All right. Let's get right to it. Peace, everybody. What's really, really good? Hopefully, I'm not cracking. Hold on. Let me make sure. Damn, I forgot. Let me see if my voice is cracking. Please let me know if my audio is good. Hold on. Before I even get started, man. I forgot doing all this shit. Is my voice good? Is my voice cracking? Here we go. Is my voice good? Matter of fact, let me do it on my own. So Lord have mercy. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, fire. Can y'all hear me good? I'm just asking, can somebody let me know if my voice sound good? But Lord. Apply for Atlas. Make sure I'm good first before I get this shit started. It takes like 2 minutes. Peace. Make sure I'm good first before I get this shit started. It takes like 2 minutes. All right, my voice is good. All right, man, let's get right to it, man. Peace to everybody that's on here. Peace. Can everybody hear me good? We're gonna get right to it, man. Now, this is really fucked up. All right, that's number one. First of all, hold up. Number one, we're gonna get this one clear. We know this shit was racially biased. We already know. I'm questioning the goddamn the defense. I'm questioning I forgot his first name was Spook and Mike Howard. I'm questioning first of all, how you interview a witness that was questioned that you met 2 minutes ago. Well, the prosecutor said they met him 2 minutes ago, but the defense didn't even question the defense that basically that contradicts what what the actual story is for Karmelo. His lawyer, I feel like his lawyer was paid. Both of his lawyers was paid the real wrong. This shit ain't right at all. Just do me a favor, please. Make sure you share, man. I got a lot to show y'all. We're gonna get right to it. But this is the update right now. So we is waiting on the actual sentencing. And you see how fast they are doing it? Do y'all see how fast this shit is happening? That's how you know this shit is racially biased, man. Let me just hold on. Here, where we at? Hold on. Where we at? Right here. Let's go. This is the latest update before the sentencing. We know he got found guilty of murder. I believe it's first degree. But let's go. Let's listen to this brief. Okay, here we go. All right. Damn. Come on now. Press play too many times. Let's go. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Be patient with me, guys. Be patient with me. I've got a lot of videos lined up, so just be patient. Let me just fast forward. Here we go.
For you and all North Texas, Fox 4 News starts right now with breaking news.
Welcome back. I'm Eden Shekel. Thanks for joining us this afternoon on Fox 4 at 4. We continue with breaking news this afternoon. A jury finding Karmelo Anthony guilty of murder. We have crews inside of the courthouse and crowds outside of the courthouse. And here in the Fox 4 studios, we are getting live updates as this punishment phase moves along today. Now, here's Fox 4's Sean Raby joins us right now from our digital studio. Sean, sudden passion seems to be the focus right now for the jury.
Yeah, and so the defense is wanting the jurors to consider that in a moment of terror, in a moment of fear, that Karmelo Anthony reached into his bag, pulled out this pocket knife, and in a defensive position, took the life of another person, Austin Metcalf. That's what the defense wants this jury to consider as they begin the punishment work in just a few moments. Sudden passion says it wasn't premeditated, it wasn't planned, that he didn't show up at that track meet looking for a fight. This happened in the moment. And that's what they would like for jurors to consider. The defense is hoping that jurors will take all of that to heart. Now, the prosecution, the state, on the other hand, they want to impress on these jurors that, you know what, the life of this young man is gone. He was a brother. He was a son. He was an athlete. This is what jurors are hearing from the prosecution in their closing statements here in the punishment phase, that there's no more life in his heart. He was there to running over those bleachers, but now rain has washed over his grave. That's a quote from the assistant prosecutor working with
You gotta be all theatrical and like this is a movie fucking scene. Like this is a movie script. They trying to play with the heartstrings, but they always overlooking the fact that, first of all, when they're talking about the 9 inches, I don't need to say pause. You know the narrative around these fucking like court TV, ABC, CBS. I've been watching all of them shits, and they paint the narrative that the knife was 5 inches when it's actually 3.5 inches, which is legal. Okay, the coach already said that it was fucking legal, and they keep going on the fact of the knife. I want to pause it because I need y'all to hear what's being said. This is from at least 10, 15 minutes ago. All right, that's why I'm playing this part, because this is from 10, 15 minutes ago. But the fact that, damn, I lost my point. Oh, the knife thing. They keep talking about the fucking knife, but overlooking the aggression and the contradictions in the statements. The motherfuckers who said one thing that it was a push or a hit, the first initial statement a year ago, but now he felt that it was a light touch. Like, with the contradiction here, they pointing to the knife only, but not looking at how the confrontation started. They said it was like 4 to 6 minutes, 4 to 6 minutes of a build-up of a so-called argument or somebody bullying them. He had every right to pull out a knife. Then now they're saying he probably took the knife from him. So all of this contradicting evidence, the goddamn jurors will not see it as contradicting evidence and don't know what to look at but the video. And the video shows that people came, the shoving and push looked like they pushed somebody that was sitting down. So we know that Austin and Hunter was the perpetrators, the aggressors. So they always try to overlook this shit. And we already know how fast this trial is happening. We see the play, and I really feel like Mike Howard, which is Karmelo's defense, got paid. There's a thing saying that his father, Jet Metcalf, right, is friends with the judge. Don't believe that theory from secret agent something, with Secret Service something, whatever his name is. Okay? I already found the pictures that he's talking about. You align them up. They are not the DA and Judge John Roach Jr. That's not the same people, so don't believe that. But let me continue to play because I got a lot for y'all. Just stay tuned. All I'm asking is to please, please, please share. That's what I'm asking. Share and comment. Let's get right to it. And I'm going to open the floor. All right? I'm going to open the floor, too. If y'all want to get on, I'm pretty sure y'all will. Let's continue this real quick, y'all.
And in prison.
And the verdict should be coming up within 20 minutes. And when somebody that's watching or whatever, you find a verdict, make sure you hit me up, put it in the chat till you catch my attention, all right?
Sean, thank you. Now we want to head over to Fox 4's Alex Boyer, who is live outside of the courthouse in McKinney. Alex, you've really been there since this morning. What can you tell us? What are you seeing out there?
I'm glad you said that, for the simple fact. I said this in my my video that I did yesterday or the day before. Let me just zoom this in real quick. I'm a little bit anxious, but trust me, this is gonna get good. Only thing I'm saying is we know that this trial was unfair. It was biased. He's gonna get a fair trial. And I'm starting to think that they're doing this to start a race war or whatever. And I don't, you know what? I'm not even gonna touch that. I'll touch that later on. But this was a fast trial. They sabotage or stop 3 Black women educators to not do the jury. Said it's not nothing racial. And what they said was they did not, they can't see themselves sending a child to prison. So you made sure that they did not get on the stand because you want the white jurors to send him to prison. So we already know this is a play, but at the end of the day, bars, they're going to have an appeal. So there's going to be another trial. He has to, because he wasn't judged by his peers. So it has to be another trial. That's automatic. So once whatever the sentence is, they're going to, the same day, which is today, they're going to put in an appeal fast. They have to accept it. If they don't accept it, somebody needs to be, you know where I'm going. Something needs to happen. But the appeal is definitely going to work because we know that he was not judged by his peers and it was unfair. Let's continue, y'all. Let's continue. And everybody, please, again, make sure you hit the like button. Please share it. And then, because I know y'all looking on other pages and stuff like that, but when you see the verdict, please keep putting it in the chat so I can see y'all, and we can go right to it and put the link in the chat. We go right to it, all right? All right. I'm gonna be talking fast, and I'm gonna be talking like Colorado motherfucking Oskino. That nigga be talking. When you listen to Oskino, you have to prepare your mind to think like 6 seconds faster to catch what he's saying. I love but god damn, busy bone shit. But let's go. All right, you know I gotta throw a little comedy in there. Hold on, god damn it, hold on. Where we at? Here we go. I'm up. I'm tired of this shit right here.
Sean
I got more. Trust me.
On the head out here as well. There has been a lot of emotion and certainly a lot of tension as the day has built, and folks have learned the fate of Karmelo Anthony. Now at this point, they're waiting to see, as Sean mentioned, what that sentencing will be. Right now, calmness has prevailed and has been that way throughout.
Just thinking about it, they doing everything in one fucking day. They did it. No trial. It could be the craziest trial in the world. It never lasted a week. Do you understand? And get sentenced the same day. Get found guilty and sentence them the same day. This is a public lynching in real time. This is unprecedented, unheard of. But this is not racial. He felt he should have had a knife. Why did he bring a knife? Austin was a great kid, even though him and his brother, they was known bullies, and he was beating up his dad. They even beat up his dad. And there's reports where he did the line grab when he went down and under to scoop him up. But he's innocent. He should have got stabbed. Why was he there? And then look on top of that, the motherfucker we just found out that Karmelo has epilepsy. Nobody brings that into account. And then he just got off because he had a effed up shoulder. He was out for a year because he was the captain of his team, captain of the track team, had 2 jobs, living in a good, just a good straight old kid. I'm going to get to all of the transcripts. I got a whole script of the whole case. So just bear with me. We're going to be here for a while, but this is going to be fucking good, man. I don't want to look at this no more. We already know what's up, but let's go here first. Shit.
Oh, very clearly that a black boy was allowed not one black soul on a jury. An all white jury convicted him in 2
Why is it moving that
3
slow?
hours. We know that they did not prove their case. They are currently sentencing Karmelo Anthony, but we know that the next generation.
Everybody, I am sorry. I am sorry for the miss. It's not in sync. I don't know why it's happening, but just still, please bear with me. Hopefully, this is good enough for you. I don't know why it's not being in sync, but I'm gonna keep on going. Everybody, continue to hit that like button and share this motherfucker. Thank you.
Put the first $10,000 towards an appellate attorney, and we will fight Collin County like hell. I respected this process. I allowed and called for peace in the process. But Black America should be very upset about what went on today. Now, before all of the internet lawyers and before all of the interpretation of the situation, I'm only an advocacy leader. I'm not an attorney. I can only help families be able to navigate these processes when they find themselves in this type of situation. I can only allow lawyers to be what they are, lawyers. I can't instruct them. I can't stop them from doing anything. I have to respect the process just like anybody else.
But what not we saw today
was flawed, unjust, and I ask that the community continue to pray for the Anthony family. I do not speak for them, but I know that the Next Generation Action Network will be here as support. My heart hurts right now because an ignorance of the law was done here today. clear. We posted the jury instructions. And right now, what we are seeing is a travesty. It lets us know that black lives do not matter in the criminal justice system. It lets us know that we are not going to be afforded the same laws as anybody else. And I give a damn about nobody that feels like I'm playing the race card here. For 400 years, our people have been at the liberty and have had to suffer at the liberty of these laws. I'm speaking facts because that blood of slavery is in my blood, not your blood.
Excuse the not in sync. I don't know why it's doing that, but let me go to this guy real quick. I'm gonna open the floor very soon. Just let me get through the stuff that I need to show, and we're gonna go to the live of the whole thing. I already have that queued up. I got a whole bunch of stuff queued up, but let me answer this question right here. This guy down South B, and you look like a black guy, right? So, but I won't trust it as you being a black guy just because your profile is there, because there's nothing. It's not. I can't fathom somebody who looks like me thinks like that, knowing the history of America, and just looking at this case. Period. There's some black coons out there, and to be honest, just because you have my skin, that don't mean you FBA. So I don't want to tap into that FBA shit right now. I don't want to tap into that. I really don't. If I have to, I will. But you have to be a teller, or you just a white man under this black profile. That's what I'm saying, because what you're saying is crazy. But let's continue though. Let's continue.
And it's not for you to look at me and say, I'm playing the race card. I'm just a black man living in America. The fact supports that. You say I'm upset? Hell yeah, I'm upset.
That's fucking right.
I respected this process. But we're going to fight like hell to make sure that Collin County know that Karmelo Anthony is not going to go away. I want to thank all of the people who traveled across this country, to all of the media's community supporters and people who have taken Karmelo Anthony as their own baby. I salute you. I thank you. And we got work to do. Thank you and God bless.
I agree. Totally agree. And I agree with everything. I agree with everything that you said, brother. You said, nah, family, this is not going to happen quietly. That's why they want no cameras or nothing. They wanted to convict him in privacy. Absolutely. And yes, that was a damn self-defense. He defended himself, man. It's like this shit make me so fucking mad. And then they love to be passive aggressive with their racial shit, because they have the complexion for the collection. They have the protection by the courts. So they would just use their so-called laws to justify they racist biasness against us. You understand? Because they got the law on their side. But again, he has to have an appeal. It's the constitutional right to appeal this shit and have another trial and have jurors of his peers. Let's continue. Let me see where I'm gonna start off first. Hold on, because I wanna get into the
right now.
I want to get into the actual court transcripts, which I already have. I'm gonna get into that in a second.
Come back in the morning for opening or for closing.
I'll go back to that.
An opportunity. Do something, the same thing that you were going to do to her. We both got our hands behind our back. Let's have a conversation. Why did you get in her face? Why did you get in her face? You did. You approached a black woman. Don't do that. That is a woman. 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 Pussy. That is a woman. Pussy. That is a woman. That is a woman. That is a woman. A mother. A sister. Okay, you can keep your homophobia. It's Pride Month. It's Pride Month, and we got hella pride.
Hold on one second. Let me add this to the stage. I don't know why my thing just went like that, but let me add this. Come on, baby. Oh, I got to remove this. Hold on, I'm sorry, because I got a lot of stuff up. All right, here we go. Now, listen, this is what we're gonna do, right? I don't know why this is like that, but here we go. So this is actually everything that happened from 2 hours ago. I want to play some of it. I'm going to get to the meat and potatoes of it. And again, everybody keep me posted on a verdict, all right? But this is from everything that transpired today in front of that courtroom. Everything that happened today in that courtroom. I mean, outside that courtroom. And, you know, the news or whatever from what happened in the courtroom.
213 pounds.
Shout out to Smash the Topic.
And that Hunter is just a little bit smaller than him. Still standing at 6'1", 200 and something, maybe 210, something like that. But it's still double the price, pretty much. The same exact.
Come on. Why is it?
The same exact threat twice, basically. I'm sorry. And Karmelo, they said was about 5'8" and 30.
Now you also were explaining the expert was talking about the way the knife was turned or the tool.
Yes. Yes. So the knife, and this is another very important thing, which was established by at least 3, possibly 4 law enforcement, because he not only did he use the law enforcement that was in the first jury pool, the first 600 jury, because they asked them questions, as well as the officers that they put on the stand. All of those officers stated that the knife that Karmelo was carrying is legal. It is legal to have a 5.5-inch blade on your person or your property in Texas and take it with you, even to a school event.
But at the end of the day, it was a 3.5 inches. Was not a 5-inch knife.
Even to a school event. It was the law enforcement officers that testified to that. And this blade was not 5.5 inches long. It was 3.5 inches long. 3.5 inches long, and it was legal, okay, against the rules, all right, against school rules, against school policy, but not illegal. He didn't break any law. That's very important to establish for the self-defense claim that he's claiming, because in order to claim self-defense, you can't have been breaking the law yourself at the time. Right. So that's there were 3 strong facts that were established. One is that he had a legal right to be there. That needed to be established for him to have the self-defense. 2 is that there was a perceived threat. Okay, everyone said that he was asked not only by the brothers but even by them to leave. They didn't have the authority to do so. So there's the perceived threat there. There's kids in front of him, kids to the right, kids to the left. One witness said they were behind him. So it's not a stretch. It's not unreasonable to believe.
That's the thing.
Yes, that he's surrounded. So that was established and that was proven in court. It's not debatable. It's not our opinion. That was proven. Okay. It was also established that Austin physically put his hands on Karmelo. That's the third thing. You know that in order to have self-defense, were you legally there? Was there a perceived threat? Could that perceived threat have physically impaired you or taken your life? Well, a 213 pound 6.1 times 2 could, by any reasonable doubt of any reasonable person's mind, could physically impair him or cause bodily injury that could end his life.
I was actually trying to call Kira Answorth, the female who came out, and the one that actually seen the tape too, not just Dwayne Morris Turner. I spoke to her yesterday. Me and her supposed to did something yesterday, but like she was just pissed. Like she was not feeling good yesterday from what happened yesterday as far as the trial. But me and her actually spoke yesterday and everything. So we suppose I did an interview yesterday. I just tried to give her a call to see if she had anything to say. She's probably talking on somebody else's platform, or she just probably distraught because she was not feeling good yesterday. She ain't want to speak to nobody, but she picked up for me. But salute to Kira, the actual female who did an interview on No Captivity with Freezy. Salute to that platform. And me and her chopped it up from there. And she the one that was who actually seen the footage as well. So hopefully she called back during this broadcast, because I would love for her to speak. All right.
Right, especially if he's on a 10th bleacher and he's picked up like a linebacker, which is what the witnesses said, that he was linebacker move like this and say that he's like this, and he's thrown down those 10 flights of stairs. That's his life, and it's too late to use his self-defense, right? Just like the lawyer said, if we wait too long to use self-defense, then it's a meaningless right, basically. So,
can you share the direction, go more in detail with the way the knife was here? The blade.
Okay, so the expert witness, which is the medical examiner who got up there to determine the cause of death, she basically, Mike Howard asked her, Carmelo's attorney asked her if by the angle of the knife, like what the angle of the knife was. And basically, based off of the angle of the knife, the way that he was stabbed was not an intentional. She said that you could say that it wasn't like someone who's getting ready to stab. He wasn't prepared to stab him. Yeah. He wasn't saying, which is what the prosecutor tried to say, is that he was provoking. I got something. Test me. I got something in this bag. Test me. Try. Come and see. I got something in this bag. It wasn't like that. It was him fearing for his life. Yeah. Don't do this. I have, I'm just don't touch me. Yeah. Oh, you don't got nothing in there. Don't touch me. Just as long as you don't touch me, we're good. Yeah. That's the ultimate warning. Yeah. That's the ultimate, retreat.
Not to cut her wisdom, but that's exactly why that dude Eddie Parra, the black dude, right? Remember the one that gave him the dap, the one that called him over to the tent to have a seat and moved the seat so Anthony could sit down. That dude Eddie Parra. Listen to that name, Eddie Parra. He's not an FBA. We gonna get right to it. Fuck that. The gloves is off. We know he ain't one of us. Oh, that's my brother and all the stuff that's happening. He said he didn't even want to say nothing when things was going down. Why you didn't even break it up? Did you know this was going to happen anyway? Because these dudes are known bullies. Here's the thing that really trips me out. If Melo is a captain of the track team, how do not nobody really know him? We know he went to the Continental, Centennial, and the others went to Memorial, but they link up at the same track meet. So how these people don't know these people? I mean, I'm not saying they had to actually know him, but Melo had to be a familiar face. He's the captain of the track team. You never seen him before? Y'all never raced against rival schools before? It's a lot that they leaving out. And that boy Eddie Parra, that dude, he's a tether. He has to be mixed with something other than me and you, other than foundational Black Americans, because this motherfucker just turncoat. There's 15 pictures of him and Karmelo chilling. You don't know him? See, they always assimilate themselves to the white people. That was my brother and crying on the stand. But ain't this your homie too? I understand the associate thing. Yes, you are. I'm the cousin to your ex-girlfriend. Yeah, we've been around each other so many times. Yeah, we chilling together, taking pictures, posing. But nah, I don't fuck with you. This is exactly what the fuck I'm telling you about tethers. Those are the characteristics of a tether. But again, I'm going to let this play out, and then I'm going to go through the transcripts because I have everything that I need to say. All right? Everything that actually happened word for word. So I'll let this play and I get to that and come back to more videos. This video, this is long. And I'm going to go to the other videos that's already out. I'm going to open the floor as well, too, because I definitely want to know everybody's opinions. One that's for Karmelo and against Karmelo. Everybody's welcome. Let's continue.
As long as you don't touch me, we're good. He's retreating. He's not the threat. He's sitting there. The threat came to him. And what they said with the angle of the knife is that if you're ready and you're standing ground and you're ready and you're ready to stab somebody, that knife is going to be in a position in his hand in the book bag because can't nobody see it, but it's going to be positioned to where he's ready to stab him. It wasn't in position to where he was ready to stab. It's basically what they said. Is that the position of the knife was like he was retreating instead of bringing, he was retreating. However, like I said, it was testified that they did that Austin did a linebacker move on him. Right. So how? Because nobody, not one witness, saw the actual stabbing. That's very important. Not one witness saw it. So the prosecution didn't like the fact that the defense put in our minds that he could have impaled himself on that knife when he, but nobody knows. It's not inconceivable. The knife didn't go all the way in either. That knife is 3.5 inches. It only went 2 inches.
So do you feel, so, okay, so do you feel hopeful? Because do you like give us something to, give us something to go off of? Do you feel like the defense came through and gave it all that they got? Because we ain't gonna lie, they've been struggling, and I ain't gonna lie to you.
I honestly don't believe that the defense gave all that they had.
That's why we have to question the lawyers. They got paid off because they didn't question a lot of people. They ain't really. Why did Karmelo did not take the stand? That would have shut all the shit down. And that's why what bothers me is that Karmelo should have went against his lawyer's direction, because he should have took the stand and nipped everything in the bud. His lawyers felt that it was not plausible or the right thing to do for him to defend himself when they was lacking in all of the testimony. You understand what I'm saying? Matter of fact, listen, look, fuck it. Let's get to that. Let me get to what happened inside real quick, man. Let me do that. Let me get this out the way. All right, hold on. I don't know why this is like that. All right. So listen, here we go. Let me go to what happened in the courtroom, man. Now, I can't even lie. I had to write all the stuff down, everything that happened today as of recent today. So I can't even lie. After today's testimony, all the witnesses, all the contradictions, after all the arguments from both sides, the verdict is in. He was found guilty, which we already know. Now, today, before the jury went to deliberations, Judge John Roach instructed them on the law. He explained murder, he explained the manslaughter, he explained the self-defense, and he reminded the jurors that they alone were the judges of the facts, whatever. He told them that they could not assume guilt simply because Anthony has been charged, indicted, or taken into custody. He also reminded them that they could not hold it against Anthony for not taking the witness stand. Then came the closing arguments, right? The prosecution and the defense looked at the same case and told two completely different stories, right? The prosecution message was simple. This was not self-defense, this was murder. Bill Worski told jurors, you don't get to meet a shove with a stab. See how they always overlooking who initiated and started this shit? Who initiated? Who was already sitting down? Who was already invited there? Y'all came with y'all bully shit and approached him. You don't have no fucking right to tell somebody to move under a public tent. Yeah, there's school robberies. That's why it's supposed to have been a fucking lawyer. A coach, an adult supervisor to be there because of all of the adolescents. These are the things that may happen without adult supervision. Okay? The school, you should have went to the one of the coaches to tell him can he move? You didn't have any authority. And again, remind you, 4 to 6 minutes of arguments of back and forth. So he gave him time to warn him. All right, well, touch me again. And then in the beginning, the first shit, the police report, after he said, touch me again, and Metcalf touched him again. So you wasn't afraid. And remember what Hunter said, we approached him. But again, his lawyer said, the prosecutor said, Bill Worski told jurors, you don't get to meet a shove with a stab, or you mean a line grab? But anyway, he argued that Anthony could have walked away. He argued that Anthony brought a knife to a school event. I thought this was just track meet. I thought this was off school grounds. They played those key words. See, they have you see how us as Black folks, we know how to communicate. We know certain words or trigger words or words that we understand and can relate to. They have the same thing. It's more bland, non-seasoned. gluten-free type of communication. They know what to say to those people, and they know that they're lying, because I like to hold white people to how they feel, because they think they're smarter than everybody. So I literally hold you to that. Like, I really do. I hold you to the standard that your neurons is fine, quicker than mine, and you're very smarter than all black people. So I hold you to that. They know what's going on. They know they lying, but they have to uphold what? Supremacy. White, that is. He argued that Anthony brought a knife to a school event. He argued that Austin Metcalf was unarmed. But 6'1", 213 while he was dead. He probably lost a little weight, but he was like 230 being a bully. And one witness said that he was bigger than Hunter, or the vice versa, whatever. And we got a kid who has epilepsy, who has been injured for over a year, haven't been in bad trouble, and we got two big twins linebackers approaching him, and he's only 5'8", 130, soaking wet. And he feared for his life. They never take that into account, because you have the complexion, you guilty just by that. He argued that Austin was unarmed. And he repeatedly told jurors, it's not self-defense, it's murder. Then the defense stood up, and their message was completely different. Mike Howard argued that Austin Metcalf had no legal right to physically remove Anthony from the tent, which is true. Who the fuck are you? Howard argued that Anthony had been invited over. Howard argued that Anthony was seated. He argued that Anthony was touched first. No, pushed, shoved, line grab first. But no, white people, y'all never love to take accountability. Never take accountability for your wrongs. Y'all have to be right on both ends. And like I said, if the story was reversed, they would still say that Metcalf had to defend himself. And they would use the law to justify Metcalf stabbing one of these black twins. Lose. He argued that the witness could not even agree on what happened under that tent. And then he said something that may become one of the defining quotes of this entire trial. He said, I don't think we're going to ever know what happened under that tent. We got 15 different stories. So how can the juries find him guilty? How can they find him guilty when there's 18,000 different stories? And the initial fucking testimony after it happened, you have a vivid story of literally what happened. Literally, you know exactly what happened because it just happened. So those are vivid thoughts that didn't give you time to forget. Okay? So they jotted it down and put it in the police report, even though they only put Eddie Barra and one of Austin's friends, and the rest you don't even hear about. You understand? Listen, how the fuck, after all of those reports from the beginning, a year or so later, they changed the story? So you're not going to believe the initial account of what happened? But all of these new recollections of what happened, it's different. It conflicts with what you originally said. But these smart people still said he was guilty. It didn't go by the video that actually shows somebody is being shoved and pushed, and the victim that's being pushed was sitting down. Now think about this for a second, because that really was the entire trial, because that's really what this entire trial became. Not a dispute whether a tragedy happened. Everybody agrees a tragedy happened. The dispute became what exactly happened in those final moments. Did Anthony reasonably believe he was in danger, or did he overreact? Did the confrontation escalated unexpectedly, or was it something he could have walked away from? Those are the questions the jury had to answer. And eventually they answered them. The courtroom reacted immediately. Austin Metcalf's family was emotional. Karmelo Anthony's family was emotional. His mother cried, grandmother cried, Anthony himself crying. And just like that, the focus shifted no longer. Will he be convicted? Now the question became what sentence he will receive. But family, before we talk about punishment, about the sentencing, we need to talk about what happened next. Let's rewind every entire thing, because if we're going to understand the verdict, we need to understand how we got here. And we could go back to the beginning. Let's go back to the witness, go back to the testimonies, back to the contradictions. Let's get back to what was said under the tent. Now, before I get into that, right? Before I get into that, I will play the rest of that video, right? Matter of fact, hold on one second. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me open the floor to if anybody want to jump on. Let me just put the link in there. If anybody want to jump on, please jump in. I put the link in the chat. Did the verdict come out yet? Did the verdict come out yet? It's hot as fuck here. I gotta cut my what's the name on? Did the verdict come out yet? If anybody want to jump on, please jump on. You said the judge and the DA should have been reused for the relationship. Right. The judge and DA should have been recused himself. No, to me, that picture, the picture of Jeff Metcalf and the DA and all that's not them, man. That's not them. That's Secret Service Sam. Those are not the actual people. That's not the real DA. All right. If anybody want to jump on, the link is right there. Right. Right now, hold on. Okay, hold on one second. Let's go to. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Shit, I'm gonna go back to that because that shows everything that happened today. Right. Hold on. I gotta keep doing that. To stage. Come on. Okay, it's on there. Okay. My shit is getting smaller. It's smaller. What's up with the stream, y'all? I'm sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second, man. Come on. Okay. Okay, boom. That's better. God damn. All right. Hold on. Hold on. So we already know what happened there. Hold on. And then this other case right here. Look at this case. Remember this? Remember this case?
I've been following this very closely. Allison was accused of fatally stabbing Joe Ramirez at Belton High School back in 2022. After several hours of deliberation, the jury found Allison not guilty of murder in the death of Ramirez, but guilty of criminally negligent homicide. News 10's Isabella Quintanilla is joining us now live from outside the Bell County Justice Center, where she has been following this trial since last week. Isabella, what can you tell us?
Yeah, that's right, Julie. It has been a long couple of days with the jurors deliberating for nearly 11 hours in total, and many people anxiously awaited the verdict. And as you can imagine, emotions were extremely high as they waited. Even before the jury came in, the entire courtroom was tense, with people on both sides of the court looking both nervous and already getting
when it comes down to this kid brought a knife to school, and they knew it was going to be a fight. He brought a knife to school. Okay. Matter of fact, let me see what's up. Who Byron, Dennis Byron. Let me see something real quick. Because sometimes he be there too. Okay.
Particular jury, I don't see that happening.
All right, let's continue. Hold on. Let's continue. We already seen that similar case right here. She's pretty good. But let's
Conveniently not going into the details and the inconsistencies in the witness's testimony, but luckily I was able to find somebody on Reddit who was actually detailing what each of the witnesses were testifying to. So allow me to paint you the picture of what I believe actually happened. I went through each of the witnesses' testimonies, and it's very clear that not everybody had a clear picture of what happened. So on the day of the stabbing, it started pouring down rain, which caused a delay in the track meet. Very common for athletes, and each of the schools seemingly brought their own tents and set them up so that people could sit underneath them. Karmelo codified that they did not have a tent, that it was actually coming later with a second bus, and they didn't have enough students to justify bringing a tent at that moment, so they didn't have a place to shelter from the rain. Anthony apparently was friends with one of the kids from the tent. Several people saw he and Anthony dap up, greeting each other, and seemingly Karmelo Anthony, while he was in the tent, made some joke about "y'all are ass," referring to their football team. The friend, who weirdly enough denied kind of how close his relationship was with Karmelo Anthony, said that it was a joke. And by the way, Karmelo Anthony is not only the captain of the track team, but he was also captain of the football team. His senior year had been cut short because he had had an injury, a very severe one, and his shoulder was messed up. He had to wear a sling for part of the year. They also don't mention that Karmelo Anthony was already in the tent before the Metcalf twins entered it. It wasn't until the Metcalf twins came to the tent that they seemed to be the ones who had a problem with him being there. And it's pretty inconsistent across the witnesses from the incident about where Austin's brother even was during this. Some said that he was right next to his brother. Some said that he was in the back of the tent. Some said that he was a couple bleachers down. Witness said that they heard Anthony say, "I'm a nobody," when students were asking why he was under their tent. And there doesn't seem to be any consistency on what the words Anthony was saying. And while they're trying to say that Anthony is the aggressor,
And that's right. The dude that got yoked on a fucking train in New York. How the fuck did this guy get off easy? He was scared because he was yelling and screaming. You see what I'm saying? When it comes down to white people, we never get justice. You understand what I'm saying? Again, if anybody want to jump on the panel, please do. Please do. Let me I want to go to these other videos, but I want to explain this real quick. I really do. Let me get this out the way, y'all, because this goes exactly what happened inside of the courtroom. So I just want y'all to understand that before they reached the verdict, before the prosecution said it was murder, before it was self-defense, before the courtroom erupted in tears, we had one more day of testimony, and that testimony mattered because it brought us right back to the central issue has been hanging over our head the entire trial. Who touched who initiated physical contact, right? And what did the witness actually see? And the defense witness that was 17 years old from the Frisco High School, the athlete, his testimony, it mattered. Unlike the earlier witnesses who were sitting directly under that tent, this witness wasn't claiming to know every detail, but in fact, one of the most things he admitted to was that he didn't have complete context. He told the jurors it was super loud, so there was an argument, right? And he's like, "Whoa, what happened?" In other words, he did not claim he saw everything that started, but he did say it was important. He said he saw somebody got pushed. He saw a push. They pushed the dude. You understand what I'm saying? And it wasn't a shoulder brush, and it wasn't a friendly nudge or a tap on the shoulder. He saw a push, and he doubled down. He said, "I saw the arms go out and make contact with Melo." Okay? So we have to understand the difference because we already know we speaking to the damn choir, but touch, push, shove, and grab, and the lineman move, the hit and punch, and we know all of that is physical. All of that is aggression. And he saw a push. So it got more interesting because the testimony revealed shortly after the incident, when the witness spoke to investigators, he described what happened as a push or a hit. A push or a hit. And all of the news anchors, they were very fucking biased. And he kept pushing a narrative to already make him feel guilty. I said this already days ago. I forgot who I was speaking to. Matter of fact, I was live on my TikTok. I said, and I didn't even put it up on my channel too, but it was a good TikTok conversation a few days back. But I said not the jinx, but how it lined up, how everything is looking. He's going to get found guilty. I knew he was going to be found guilty, not to throw salt in the game or not be optimistic. When you know a certain group of people and how they operate and they have a history, an historic track record, you have to expect the worst. You cannot expect somebody to be like, "You know what? I feel sorry for him." No, not when the other individual is their complexion. We have to put all of that into perspective. That's why I don't trust his lawyers. I don't trust. Matter of fact, his father, the father, Jet Metcalf, was basically telling the witness what to do on the stand when he was asking him questions. He was turning and looking. Matter of fact, I got the what's the name from the lady too. Let me find that. Hold on. Let me find that. The lady that was actually there. Is it on my hold on. Let me find that for y'all. Let me just find that. I seen it yesterday. Hold on, everybody. Again, if anybody want to jump on, please jump on. When you find the verdict, please let me know. Because the verdict is gonna be the actual the sentencing, man. That's what I'm saying. This shit is a fucking like another public lynching, family. This is why I say I don't trust these people. Oh, there is some good white people out here. There is. But don't ever get it twisted. They're going to protect their own. They cool with as long as it don't affect their, how they live. You understand what I'm saying? Their status quo, their protection. You know what I mean? Their ideals. As long as it don't affect them, they can chill around or smoke with you. Maybe you could fuck the chick and all that, or vice versa, or whatever the case may be. Maybe you could spend a night at their house. Maybe they could chill with you, have a couple of beers, and you invite them to the barbecue and vice versa. That's just regular shit. But when it comes down to complexion for the collection, and as a group of people, in the status quo that they are upheld to just by the complexion, what makes you think they're going to go against that? There's going to be some that may be like, man, that's fucked up, which there is that came out. But at the end of the day, they can say those things and still live in their society as a protected white person. Regardless, they can say, man, that was fucked up, man. He was wrong, man. They wrong. But that don't affect his status. That don't affect how he lives and how he's protected. It don't affect anything. So they know, they're just, man, listen, man, we have to know what we're dealing with. It's too many examples to fall for every goddamn trick. This is, damn, hold on, man. Hold on. I really want to show this to you. Hold on one second, because I know the attention span and how people is. Give me a second, man. God damn, where's Shorty at? Hold on. I got some more videos too, so please bear with me, man. I didn't save it. I don't think I saved it. I didn't save it. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't save the shit. Give me, because she was actually in the courtroom. She did another video because she did a live. Where did I? Oh, shit. Fuck it, man. I forgot it. I can't find it. Thank you for the super chat. I'll take a Cash App and motherfucking PayPal, but I appreciate it. If anybody want to jump on, again, the link is in there. Okay. All right. Now look. The earlier description where the jurors believe that the matter is another question, right? Because it became a part of the evidence. Then we got another piece of testimony. The witness says after the contact, he saw a swing type motion down. Okay. Now, because through that trial, we heard different descriptions of the knife movement. One witness described something closer to the upward motion. Another witness described as a downward motion. So now we have more inconsistencies. Different people, different angles, different recollections, different memories. Now here's another part that stood out, right? There's more, but I don't want to kill y'all with all of it. But I wrote all of this stuff down. The witness said he didn't actually see the stabbing himself. Instead, he remembers seeing Austin lift up his shirt, so for someone, right? Let me go to the hold on. Let me go to the let me go to the witness. Hold on. Okay, the contradictions, right? Let's matter of fact, let's go to this. All right, let's go to this. Hold on, because I got a lot. I don't want to bore y'all. I don't know if y'all want me to keep going on that. Just please let me know, right? Because I know we heard all the testimony and it's like what's happening right now, like the thoughts and feelings of how you feel right now. That's why I want y'all to jump on the panel, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure some of y'all at work. I don't know if y'all are mentally challenged or whatever, but please, if you would like to share your thoughts, please do. As a matter of fact, I should have put the number out. Hold on. Let me play this. Okay. I put to that light. Let me hear this, because this is from, he was there the whole day live streaming the whole thing. Okay. And there's another video about the lawyer somebody sent me. I'll look that up as well.
Hold on, Chris. Let me see which one of these things I'm gonna use. I might use that.
Look, I think it's all messed up from the get go. I just feel like it's a series of bad decisions, on everybody's behalf. I think the part that our community is harping on is the fact that the kids grabbed him and attempted to remove him from under the tent. And I think what everybody else, the other side of the fence is harping on is the fact that the knife was brought into the track meet. I think the fact that there is no weapons charge kind of takes away from that. Okay, so it's apparent that the knife was legal to have at the track meet. It wasn't illegal in that situation.
Right.
So I mean, it kind of alleviates that point. But I just think, man, ultimately it's a series of bad decisions by a group of kids.
Right.
That ultimately we can't do anything about. I mean, anybody that's a coach, been in a coaching culture, track meets go. Our kids mix and mingle all day long. It's hard to regulate those things when you just don't have the people, the manpower, and the means. You talking about most cases, you got 5 or 6 coaches at the max out there,
right,
with 40, 50, 60 kids in some cases.
Right.
And it's just a tough situation to regulate, and so I don't think there's no blame to be placed on anybody. I don't think there's, I just think it's a situation where race is being brought into it, and it really shouldn't be. I just feel it's a situation where the kids were at a track meet. The kids the young man went over there to talk to somebody that's his buddy or that he knew.
And what's your name, Bob?
My name is Chris.
Chris Ridden?
Yeah.
Okay. I got another person in the thing. Yeah, I'm live. And okay. Man, you made some good points. Okay, man, you made some good points, man. And like I said, we're gonna try to keep them short, man. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll go to the next person, man. You had some good points though.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. You can click out. All right, we got another person, man. Hey, turn your camera around. I'm gonna turn it sideways, Bob. There we go. Hold on. Let me put you on. Let me unmute you. Okay. What's going on? What's your name, Bob?
Oh, my name is Kenneth.
Kenneth, now what's your thoughts on this case?
I got a son staying in Gallup, Texas, so
I can't hear you, man. Talk up a little bit, Bob.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you. Come on, let's roll.
All right, yeah. So I got a son staying in Gallup, Texas, and he had some problems like that before with, other kids. But at the end of the day, I look at it like this: it started at the house. I mean, my son ain't never coming out with no knife or anything. So,
right.
I ain't into the color thing, but it started at the house. You don't just act off emotion. You go talk to your parents, and let us handle it. That's what it's, everything stops at. Everything else it's kind of still self-explanatory how this is going, how they want to paint the picture.
Right.
So
Okay.
that's really this really straight to. I just wanted to get straight to the point on how I felt about it. Really started out.
So okay, man. Good look. Hey, man. Hey, everybody points. You know, that's what they thought. It's your thoughts. That's why we put.
All right, let me keep it moving on that. I was trying to find this video. Hold on, let's go to what's the name real quick. All right, hold on, because my light just went out. I don't know what just happened, but let's go here. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, so I can see. My fucking light blew out the blue. Hold on. If anybody have any thoughts, man, please jump on, man. All right. Hold on. Let's go to what's the name right here. What's the name? Charles the White has something to say about it. Come on, baby. Here we go. All right. Let's see what he got to say.
We already got the money set aside for appeals bond. Why? All white jury, the judge and the DA are buddies, along with the dad, best friends. That's been our trump card. We've been holding. We already knew that. God has spoken, and you cannot make me believe that as many gray hair white women on that jewelry that's dealing with white guilt about going to heaven is not gonna have no compassion about a kid that's been straight A from the time he's ever read a book in school, has no history of violence, has saved children's lives by risking his own life by jumping in to save somebody from drowning. This kid has no violence. Austin, on the other hand, is a violent brute with some sexual rape allegations hanging on his ass. That's why, man, they coerce them kids. But one thing about kids can't lie to professionals under pressure. When you was told, when you gave a statement in the beginning, you can't come back and amend it later and say, well, I meant. No, what you said that night is law. Back up right up. All them white people talking about what they gonna do, they ain't gonna do shit, nigga. They ain't gonna do shit. When Makai Johnson and Galvin Long killed them motherfucking white police officers, you white motherfuckers didn't do a goddamn thing. Not no guilty. If you think they're gonna find him guilty and they just put manslaughter on as a charge and it wasn't on there in the beginning, you don't know law, cracker. You like the dumb white boy that had the whip. He can't spell either, nigga. Yeah. We already got the money set aside for appeals bond. Why? All white jury, judge and the DA are buddies, along with the dad, best friends.
Right,
that's been our trump card. We've been holding. We already knew that, but we wanted everything to play out how they had it. I can't wait till the family. We waiting on each other. Yeah. I've been riding with the family nigga since day one. I'm sorry, since day 5. White people mad because they poor. Nigga, I wouldn't give a damn about what happened. I got a show tomorrow. I'm getting rich out here off content creation. All you white people, you're still gonna be fucking poor, struggling with gas prices. Say, big dog, hey, I went and got me a Miss Lily. I went and got me a white woman. Yeah, I went and got me a white woman. I'm finna treat her like she black today. I'm giving her everything she wants. You want some wings? You want some chicken wings? Say, no, listen, I told y'all everything I told y'all about that motherfucking trial. Nigga, I told y'all, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so, I told y'all last year. The boys had dope in their system. I told y'all it wasn't a knife, it was a compass tool. It wasn't even long enough to get it. It wasn't even long enough to get it.
On the Karmelo Anthony shit, please make sure y'all send a request.
White people are gonna be mad in the motherfucker. White people's gonna be mad in the motherfucker. And guess what? White people can't beat everybody. Yeah, they got China on their ass, North Korea, Russia, Afghanistan, Venezuela, Mexico, Canada. Y'all can't beat everybody. Listen, the prosecution came back. Now, when did white folks start having compassion?
Who am I speaking to?
When did a cracker say, listen,
1 second, all right?
I don't give a damn how it goes. Automatic win on appeal. All white jury, everybody 50 plus older. Yeah. You mean to tell me they can't find nobody that's a jury of his peers? A jury of his peers. I cannot believe Collin County dropped the ball like this here. I cannot believe as racist as Collin County has been since they have existed. Right. But you know what's happening now? They done let them kids that went to elementary school bring that nigga dick out there.
I was trying to find a whole live. Hold on, I have somebody on the air, man. What's your thoughts about this case, family?
Yes, sir.
And please be TikTok friendly. All right, go ahead.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My thing is, okay, it's sad on both sides. One mother lost her child, and another mother lost her child.
Right.
And my thing is, if he was found not guilty, that would have opened a lot of doors. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would have been like me and my homeboys at a gas station, and I get into it with somebody because he touches me, and I murder him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I think the boy should get a lesser time because
no, he shouldn't get time at all because he was provoked. He should not get no lesser time at all. Not no manslaughter. He should be vindicated from what happened.
So you're telling me somebody can touch you and you murder them and it's okay?
If you've been, hold on, let me make sure everybody can hear. If you were minding your business and two people who is bigger than you, they said it was 4, but let's go with the 2 because Hunter said it was we that asked them to leave. 2 big motherfuckers. And they were aggressively putting their hands on him, pushing him. They said it was a 4 to 6 minute exchange. So how long you wanted it to be before you feel like your life is in danger? It got tense. That's why he was saying, touch me again. In the initial report, it says that he actually touched him again and touched his bag. So you meaning to tell me that aggressive force, that admits a reaction. It deserves a reaction to defend yourself. But go ahead.
Okay, I get what you're saying, but knuckle up, fight about it. Okay, you take your L.
I guess how many people didn't Hunter say? Didn't Hunter say that Austin always said to defend me, wrong, right, or indifferent? So you don't think he was going to get jumped?
For sure. If it was my brother, I'd ride with him right around.
Okay, so that means that it will be 2 against 1, even though there's reports that it was 4 against 1. So what do you mean? So you can defend yourself.
But my thing is, you've heard you've seen the testimony of what the
I have said. All of the testimony, every last testimony I have lined up to speak on.
The track coach testified in court and said, "I gave Austin the go ahead. You are the leader. You run this tent how it is supposed to be ran."
Wait. Rewind that again. Say that one more again, please.
The track coach said the boy wasn't supposed to be in the tent. Now, am I lying?
Didn't they say that Metcalf wasn't even supposed to be there, period, because he wasn't even on the team? He wasn't even on the football team. He wasn't even supposed to be there.
That was all false narrative.
How was that false narrative when that was said?
The coach texted the boy. There's proof that the coach texted the boy. Why would the coach get on the stand?
Did the coach say that during testimony?
But why would the coach get on the stand?
Did he say that during testimony? Did the coach say that during testimony?
You're not letting me talk. You're just sitting there over talking me.
Go ahead.
Why would the coach get on the stand and say this if the boy was not on the team or not supposed to be there? Explain to me that.
Oh, but didn't the coach say that it was basically it wasn't no law or anything for students to not go under that tent? That's why it says they have to be supervised by an adult or a coach. So here's the thing. Did Austin aggressively put his hands on Karmelo? Yes or no, sir?
Yes.
The key word is aggressively. Wait. So what? Wait, hold on. What gives him the right to put his hands on somebody? Oh, matter of fact, hold on. Are you? Wait. Hold on. You white? You no disrespect. Are you're a white man, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. So no, wait, no. Hold on. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm gonna let you speak. I promise you. I'm gonna let you speak. Let me just ask this question: if the roles were reversed, what would your thoughts be? If it was Metcalf and two big niggas named Daquarius and Day with braids, 6'3", 230 pounds, and we got a small old little American pie eating white boy who is 5'8" and 135 pounds. What would your thoughts be if the roles were reversed, please?
If it was Austin, it stabbed Karmelo, just say that.
Man, listen, I don't know if you're drinking a lot of moonshine. Maybe some slit smoke liquor. I just described to you if the roles were in reverse. If Metcalf stabbed one of the two twins
he needs to go to jail.
But I still don't believe you. But here's the thing. So you meaning to tell me that he didn't have no right to? No, but because I know we deal with white people all the time. Y'all don't take accountability. You have a system behind y'all.
Can I talk?
You sure can.
All right, take this.
Yeah.
I've been to prison.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so
white man. Go ahead, family.
You putting this narrative on me like I'm one of these racist ass white boys. Definitely not that.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you're racist. I think y'all have the same culture or way of seeing things. We live in the same society together, but have two different looks on reality. Y'all don't live in our bubble. Y'all judge from the outside. You judge us from the outside, and we judge y'all from the inside and outside and everything that's around us. Okay.
Your reality is.
Hey, Keisha, hold on 1 second. Keisha, if you want to jump on the panel, Keisha, send that invite, love. I see you in there. Salute to Keisha, man. All right, jump on, Keisha.
Your reality is, if somebody pushes you aggressively, and you can smother them.
How long did the altercation last? Was it okay? So here, this is what y'all got in your mind. That soon they approach him like, hey man, you gotta leave and push him, then he just stabbed him. Boom, that was it. This is how y'all brains are wired to think.
From the witnesses, he was asked 15 times to leave the
All right, Keisha.
And where I come from Osceola, Arkansas. Look it up. Right next to Blytheville. We're the murder capital of Arkansas. So look it up.
I don't care to look it up.
But you're sitting here talking about. You're sitting here talking about where I go to school. Where I went to school at, we had track meets, we had football games, but Sir. It seemed like you had something. If you didn't have something to drink, maybe you need to have a drink. So maybe it make you more coherent. My question is: so you telling me that he did not have a right to defend himself, and that 3.5-inch knife was legal to have, legal to carry? Yeah. Look at the fact that he had a knife, but not the fact that he was approached by two known bullies who beat up his father. You know that, right? Did you do research on that? You know they known bullies of the school. He wasn't even supposed to be there. He wasn't on the team because him and his brother went fishing. So his coach told him he wasn't even supposed to even be there, sir. So this is proven fact. You know this for a fact.
This is in the script, the transcripts, brother. What the fuck is you talking about? I'm not talking out my ass.
You putting this narrative on all white.
I'm not putting the narrative. I'm saying what was in the transcripts.
If the
Nutty buddy,
would you feel the same way?
The role was switched. If the roles was switched, and just like any other case that what black people do, if our black people is wrong, we gonna hold them motherfuckers to the fire. We not like y'all. We need to be more like y'all. Like fuck that shit. We hold our people. We hold our people accountable for the fucked up shit that they do. We have a history of doing that. We are so worse on ourselves. So this is what I'm saying. You don't know my culture. I know my people.
Oh, I live in your culture. What are you talking about?
Brother, who gives a fuck?
Every day.
Brother. Just because you're invited to the barbecue, that don't mean you family like that. Like come on, bro. Hold on.
I don't know who barbecue he invited to. That fake ass Bubba Sports and invited to mine.
Okay.
I'm talking big nose bitch.
Hold on. You know, I know she can defend herself, but watch your mouth. You definitely wouldn't say that in person.
He's definitely not invited to mine.
Stand on all 10. And if my brother, we
hold on, we got one of those.
40 nights about it.
We got one of those white chocolates. We got one of these. We got one of these white chocolates.
He didn't have that much to say about Kyle Rittenhouse. I think he did. He didn't have that much to say about George Zimmerman.
If anybody want to jump on the panel, man, please, my YouTube. If anybody want to jump on the panel, jump on. What the fuck is popping? But before we go any further, hold on. I just want to get this out the way. Can y'all mute yourself real quick? So I have the picture up here of. Let me turn my camera around on this one. Put my camera. All right. So this is the thing that everybody's talking about, right? This picture right here is supposed to, hold on, let me zoom in a little bit. One of these people, like him, or one of them, supposed to be the DA, the DA and the judge that's on the that's doing the case for Karmelo, whatever. These are not. If you look up the picture side by side of Judge John Roach Jr., looks nothing like them. They don't look alike. I even did Judge John Roach Sr. Him and his son look identical. The judge is not in this picture. Right, that's what I'm saying. And people still going along with that narrative. I looked this up last night. I knew it wasn't because it didn't make sense. Because they would have to take that shit off, take it off his Facebook and shit like that. But what was said that he was directing the witness because the witness was looking directly at the goddamn at Jeff Metcalf when they was asking him like yes or no answers. He would turn and look at Jeff Metcalf and he would shake and say yes or no. And the judge didn't even catch that. So they had some kind of power. You dig what I'm saying? But any questions you have to the white chocolate what's your name, love? All right, Tasia, go ahead. What's your question to that guy? That's on the panel.
Were you this outraged with George Zimmerman? Was you this outraged with Kyle Rittenhouse? Were you this outraged with Child?
Most definitely. The case was bullshit from the jump. And Kyle Rittenhouse, I don't even know what the fuck the dude did. See, I don't even know the man's name. I don't know. I don't follow politics. I'm just saying.
It's not politics. That's a case, love. Why do you want me to do this?
Y'all making it politics. Like, come on now. Like,
I never brought up nothing about no president, no.
A spade at the end of the day.
So how
a spade is a spade. And damn, I can take that in the racist way because y'all call us spades, but I understand what you're saying. So let me ask you a question. So you hang around black folks? Is your best friend Tyrone or something? What's your black friend name? What's his name? John? What's his name?
So you just pushing this.
No, I'm being serious because you sound like you've been like you had some of our barbecue and coleslaw. I get it. And I seasoned corn, grilled corn and shit like that. You seem like you've been around playing spades with us at one point and reneged a lot. So you have experience with black
people? I know how to play spades.
I don't give a fuck. To be honest, I'm trying not to be joking because I could care less. But do you hang around black people? Okay. Now, this is the thing. Black people, just because you are cool with some white folks, regardless, they're gonna always protect their own, regardless if they play around that they are, they not, but they are. So we have to understand.
If the role was reversed,
you still have your complexion for the protection.
I'm seeing too many black people on this app taking up for Austin. I'm sorry. If it was up to me, I'd dig him up and do him again because this don't make no sense.
Yeah, this is unfair what they doing to him. I'm still trying to figure out what the verdict because the sentencing supposed to be today, right?
How was it unfair?
Oh, we have another one. This is what I like. This is why the people on my YouTube, if y'all want to jump on the panel, what the fuck? Why y'all saying they retarded? Y'all off work, ain't you? All right, get on the goddamn panel. So we got two. Oh, we got a couple that's coming in. Hold on. Hopefully that's my girl Keisha. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Hold on, I got you fresh. Hold on, Keisha. Thank you, sweetheart, for tuning in. So we have North Shore. Go ahead and speak. What's your thoughts, mister? What's your thoughts?
I was just questioning you. I was just asking why you felt it was unfair.
I already made my statement that was unfair. I don't want to go through the whole thing with me right now. I'm speaking to y'all. So if anything, why would you think it was not unfair?
He was
I don't like this lighting.
It was like four of them to him. He was protecting himself.
Just hold on, y'all. Let me fix this light. I don't like this lighting. Go ahead, everybody speak. I'm on my YouTube.
So that's how it's unfair. You can protect yourself being black, but once you're white and you start making it about race, if you don't like it, kiss my black, you know it.
Right.
It was unfair.
Yeah, but buddy, why did he have a knife at school to begin with?
Are you serious? Keep saying it's school. It wasn't no school. Why you keep saying school?
So if it's not illegal for him to have that knife, well, nothing is wrong.
He wasn't at school. It was a track meet.
It was illegal for him to be sitting under that tent, and it was right.
It was a school event.
But it was illegal. If it was illegal, that's different. But it was illegal.
Let me mute you, Latrent. I'm trying to fix this lighting, y'all. My shit blew out because I had this for a minute. But Keisha, oh damn, Shorty dropped out or got booted out. Keisha, the floor is yours, love. Both of the dudes that's on top, they are non-FBA. Go ahead, sweetie.
Good afternoon or good evening to everybody. First, let me say that feelings have nothing to do with fact. Now, between 1988 and 2000, 280 federally appointed commissions that investigated criminal, federal, and civil court actions. And all of those commissions came back and said the courts are infested with racism. That's one point. The second point is there is a conflict of interest when you have a judge who is friendly or friends with the family of said victim. So I don't understand why there wasn't when I'm speaking. I'm speaking.
Let her speak, please. Let her speak. Let her speak, please.
I don't understand why there wasn't a demand from the defense attorney to ask the judge to recuse himself. Thirdly, the prosecutor broke the Batson law. Look at the case Batson v. Kentucky. When you stop a jury in the matter of which it was, which is in contradiction to the law of the defendant to be jured by his peers. Now, if he is in a county where he cannot be jured by his peers, which happens often, it is the responsibility of the criminal defense to request and demand a change of venue. That did not happen. Fourthly, when you have a prosecutor who has stacked said jury, it is the responsibility of the defense attorney to demand a special prosecutor that he and the court-appointed overseer of the jury, of the judges, to sit down and come up with a special prosecutor. None of these things were done. Now, when it comes to somebody carrying
Okay,
a
Drea.
pocket knife,
Go ahead, sweetie.
somebody's carrying a pocket knife, it is legal. If you go and you're a member of the Boy Scouts or Cub Scouts or Girl Scouts, you are given a pocket knife because it is legal. So they can carry it wherever they want. In school, out of school, on ground, off ground, that has nothing to do with it. I'm speaking. When you're in confrontation, I'm speaking. When you're in confrontation with somebody and you are fighting for your life, you would be a fool not to take said weapon and use it to defend your life. You would be a fool. Now, according to the case, if you were watching or paying attention to the reports, the witnesses said that Anthony was jumped. He was jumped. So that's more than one person on one person fight. You have 4 persons fighting one person. So get out of your goddamn feelings and deal with the facts and deal with the law. You people are so used to getting your way. You look at black people as if they must be submissive to you in this country when we built this goddamn country. That's the reason why your parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents, the cowards that they are, fled their homeland.
Talk about it.
And build a life in a country that they did not fucking build. And I'll land there.
Wow. Powerful. Go ahead and respond. Go ahead and can everybody on YouTube, can y'all hear this conversation? Can y'all please press 1 if y'all can hear everything, please? And then the one that's on here, Latrent, give me a few minutes and I got you. Can everybody hear what's going on my phone, please? Can y'all press 1? Okay, y'all can hear it. All right, cool. All right, so go ahead. North Shore is on you.
It's 100% illegal to carry a weapon at school. It's 100% illegal to carry a weapon at a school. It's how many witnesses did it? Because I didn't see any witnesses on the trial say that there was that he was jumped by multiple people.
You okay over there, man? What you eating or what you drinking? You all right? Oh, he got cut off. All right, let's go to the one that's on top. The other white man. Go ahead.
My thing is, okay, it's all about race. It's all about race. But if the roles were reversed, the motherfucker need to go to jail too. Like, that's what you're not getting. Y'all stereotype white people as if it's some type of white people. Like, come on, bro. Like, not every white person's redneck or racist. Like,
you're projecting. You're projecting and you're going off a feeling. Like he said earlier, you don't know us. Just
let me talk.
You know us.
It's my time to talk.
You barely know yourself.
Hold on, Keith. We gonna give him that same respect. I got you, sweetheart. Go ahead, finish up. White chocolate.
I know myself, so you can go on about that. But my thing is, like, for one, you can't carry a knife at a school event. For two,
fuck. Why you keep? I'm sorry. I have to interject. Why you keep saying a school event when it wasn't a school event? Why y'all retarded like that? It wasn't. It was a track and field. You can bring a knife with you. That knife. Hold on, sir. The knife is legal. You don't think you think he was the only kid on a track and field with a goddamn knife? You really think so? It was a track and field. That was not school grounds. That is a mutual ground for Centennial High School and Memorial. That is not a high school. That is not school grounds, sir.
Can I talk?
Yeah, but you know, hold on. I'm not going to let you talk and give false information. Dickhead.
Was it not different schools there?
That's not school grounds.
Was it not held at a school?
No.
Or on the school campus?
No, it's a state. Just go ahead, man. I'm not gonna argue anymore. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Because y'all don't want to let no motherfucker talk. Y'all just want to yap.
Hurry up, man. Shut up.
his lawyer wasn't worth the fuck.
Like, go ahead, go ahead.
Them people got all that money and got them that sorry ass lawyer.
All that money. That I agree with you on that. After this, I'm gonna go to LaTrent and matter of fact, I'm gonna go to Trent, then Fresh that's on here, and then Kamal that's on here. You finished white chocolate?
That man's parents sent him out to get fried. Come on, man. You can't. Ray Charles seen that shit coming.
All right, just hold that thought. Let me go to LaTrent. Please unmute yourself, family. What's your thoughts, fam?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think the verdict was a little racist, being that he wasn't judged by his peers, because if he was judged by his peers, they would have been someone of his community, his tax bracket, lifestyle, something to that effect. They could have also changed the venue as well to another town, because that town is too racist, given that you got an all-white jury. Everybody's over 50 years old, so they have old ways. I just thought it was a sham. I don't believe, in my opinion, I don't believe that he should have got murdered, but I also don't think, even though it was self-defense, he could at the least got negligent manslaughter. I don't believe it was murder. I do believe those guys, those bullies, they have a history of bullying people. We already know about that. We already know about they beat up their dad, both of them, 2 different times. One of the Metcalf's brother has a rape allegations that they don't even talk about. So they're by default they're aggressive. Anyway, So yeah, I just think he got a bad deal with the lawyer, the place of venue, and everything else. But I'm still going to support my brother. And whatever happens, happens. I'm going to support my people to the death. If we got to take it up and take it there, I'm going to be there too. So it don't even matter. And all those, any white boy talking all that shit, man, come outside, because we ready. Some of us is ready for that. You know what I'm saying? So it don't even matter what you talking about. That's all I got to say.
All right. Before I go to Kamal, my boy Fresh been waiting. Although them white boys done left now. I still got you, Keisha. If you still want to hang on out, I appreciate you, and definitely you could promote your channel and stuff. I see you over there. All right. Fresh, go ahead, King.
So what I would say is people are just ignoring the facts and put their feelings involved instead of going through the disposition. Now, they not said that the knife was legal, right?
Right. Yep.
All right. So Texas law stating even on school grounds it's legal. As long as the knife is under 5 inches, it's legal.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You got to know Texas is different than everybody else. They let things slide. So even with that case, yes, he had a public defender. He also had a defense lawyer. Now, was they any good? That's a different question. But he did have both, because a lot of narratives saying that his parents were taking the money that was raised through the GoFundMe means to buy new cars and stuff. Like, you can't pay attention because stuff like that, people be popular.
Right.
So it's a lot of things that were said in that case. It doesn't matter if they asked him to leave 15 times. He was invited into that tent because a lot of schools that was there didn't have a tent.
Right.
So you can go with your closest place possible. And so some stuff, it's irrelevant. What you gonna just get sand and get wet?
Right.
When he was sitting there minding his own business with a buddy, and then it's a lot of home cooking with that, because the guy that he knew he was sitting behind saying that they surrounded him and bullied him, and then he changed their story because he was also friends with the kid that got or whatever, I'm trying to look to touch. So it's like they was coerced to change their story. I just knew this case was doomed from the start because number one, Texas, that's 80% of the reason. It's in Texas. Not because of white versus black. That's another thing. We just got to be honest with ourselves. The other reason why they dismissed the black people that were supposed to be part of that panel. So how can you have a jury of your peers and dismiss most people that was in his peers? So tell me the majority of those white jurors was his peers.
They was old white men. Old white men. They was crying the first day they was crying. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead. Okay, Keith. No, I was saying I hear you, Keith. Hey, Keisha, when you come back, come to my YouTube, man, so you can jump on the panel. All right? If you still here, Keisha. Well, go ahead, go ahead, Fresh.
Okay, so that's just telling me that they're going to retry this case, but it's going to be a while because you got to look at what administration is in play right now. And this administration, they're paying attention to a lot of these local and regional and statewide cases that can help them. And they're really trying to get us to come outside. You know what I mean? Because it's no coincidence that these two cases are close together. The one in South Carolina and then this one. There's no, you know what I mean? All of a sudden, this is high profile. I didn't know any of these things until this year about both of these cases. Now, all of a sudden, this is national news.
Right.
Yeah, they're trying to incite something, man. So I just like be vigilant, pay attention, and just don't get too emotional because of what's being said. There's a lot of tethers that's taken up for on that side. There's a lot. All of a sudden, there's a lot coming out on this side, and all that, which I knew it. So, like I said, just be vigilant, man. That's all I gotta say.
All right, hold that thought, man. Everybody, please make sure that you hit the like button and share. If anybody want to get on the platform, please hit that link in there. And I do have everything far as the transcripts if y'all want to hear it, because I know that we done heard it already. But if y'all want me to go through it, I have everything, man. So if y'all want me to go through it, just please press 1 and I will. But regardless with that. Kamal, unmute yourself, family. What's your thoughts, fam?
Yo, what's good, bro? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. First of all, fire ass flag. You feel me? Shout out to my FBA fam out there.
Thank you.
Second of all, this shit was self-defense because if Daniel Penny can be having self-defense in New York, why can't our brother Karmelo can have self-defense? Jordan Neely was said some words. Austin Metcalf said some words too. He said, "I'll beat your ass." Sound like a threat to me.
Right.
I mean, shit. And he pushed him. So they trying to railroad our brother. I see the fugazi shit that they doing alongside with that Ricky Chow Main bro out there in South Carolina.
Yeah.
They trying to really get us outside, bro. And it's like, I know this could be emotional as fuck. You feel me?
Do you really think that's because I agree with you, but a lot of people is saying that as well, that what they're doing with the Rick Child case, Daniel Penny, there's so many, and especially this one, that they are exciting or trying to provoke a race riot. Do you think that, and why do you think that?
I think they are trying to provoke a race riot, and they really trying to provoke us to get out there and protest in some type of way. You feel what I'm saying? Because we've been kind of sitting back and letting all the immigrants fight their battles, other people fight their battles against white supremacy, and we've been kind of sitting it out like, all right, and they all been infighting each other. You feel what I'm saying? So they're trying to rile us up. So I think they is trying to have a race war.
I'm sorry. I'm glad not to interrupt you. You made me think about that because it kind of makes sense. Not saying that was the initial thing to do, but it do make sense that because we stepped away from everybody else's shit, the ICE and all that stuff. So is they doing that for us to protest, people to be like, I'm not joining in or whatever, because we are kind of protesting. We there holding it down at the courthouse. But, is that another thing to have the outsiders be like, well, I ain't helping y'all. I'm glad he's doing time. And it's a lot of Hispanics and it's a lot of people who's not FBA wanting him to go to jail, wanting Karmelo to go to jail. So I don't know. It's this shit is wicked, man. All of it.
Yeah, bro. Facts, bro. And it's like,
if you want to get on, please make sure that you get on. All right, send an invite and y'all can get on the panel. All right, go ahead, family.
Yeah. No, you bring up a great point, bro. And it's like I'm seeing it that way because from all the things I've been following and shit, it do look like they trying to start a race war and they trying to entice us to get outside and try to march out there, right? And then they're gonna try to hijack our marching and try to get it for their causes, right? So at the end of the day, that Mayo Babble shit that I was hearing earlier, Mike, bro, almost threw up. Ain't even gonna lie. Yeah, where's the video? Don't they have a video? All this goddamn camera shit we got from phones and drones and shit. It was a track meet, right? I mean, some type of video should be out there. I'm pretty sure if the roles were reversed, which they was in New York, Jordan Nilly, you feel me? And the last thing I wanted to say, right? Actually, two things. One, you all that Sambo coons out there that keep trying to get at our brother Karmelo Anthony, like, he should have known better. He should have had better discernment. Nigga, y'all be 55, 60 years old saying that bullshit, knowing damn well if you 17 and 4 dudes come at you, 2 of them damn near wrestler sizes, right? You gonna defend yourself. Second of all, that knife that everybody talking about, that was a utility knife for his fucking cleats for the track meet. God damn. People, I mean, sometimes people be, can I say retarded? I did your shit, you feel me? I ain't trying to. We can say the R word on here.
Go ahead.
All right, these niggas retarded. They be saying some retarded stuff. It don't make no goddamn sense. Like, come on. Hey, man, please use your brain, you feel me? But I wanted to come up here, bro. Like, first of all, shout out to the flag, bro. I had to come up on here, bro. I just stumbled upon your live literally today, like it recommended it. So I sub to your shit, bro. You feel me? I'm gonna follow your stuff some more. You feel me? And I do content on my end too. You feel me? And I appreciate you, bro. You feel me? And the rest of my
make sure y'all follow him. We all gotta stick together. Go ahead, King. Yeah, make sure y'all follow him and everything. Salute to him, man. We all gotta make we shout each other out, hold each other down, man. There's no competition, man. There's unification, man. And a lot of these people that's FBA on YouTube don't think like that. Okay? Everybody think it's competition. There's no competition when we all won. You dig? So with that being said, man, salute to you. Come on. I appreciate you, King, and I will follow you as well. Thank you.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate everybody else in the chat too, man, on code. All right, y'all. I'm out.
Peace. I'm gonna play some of this video that I have on screen. Fresh, if you still want to stay here, that's cool. Any quick words, and everybody that's in here, Supreme Nova, peace to you, FBA. Who else in here? And thank you for the gifts and all that. If y'all want to jump on real quick, please jump on the panel. It's up to y'all, or come to YouTube or Viral Access Media on YouTube and jump on the panel. I appreciate y'all. Fresh, what else you say, King, before I play this video?
Yeah, man. That's what that utility knife for is cleats. Like they skim over the fact because they're trying to paint a narrative.
Right.
But yeah, it's definitely they want the insiders to bring us out because they're trying to push some. I don't know what the agenda is, but they're trying to push a different agenda. But it can't be completed until we get outside. Because they did the ICE thing and all this other stuff. So that's not working. So they're doing things won't really pop off until they get us out. Then you're going to see them going to the max, to the next level. But yeah, I'm going to land right there because pretty much everyone said everything I pretty much wanted to say.
All right, man. You know, I appreciate you, King. And salute to you as always, family. Everybody. Now listen, I'm trying to find the address. Somebody give me the address to that place. To the kiting, whatever fucking track, so I could you know, I like to go to the actual scene and just look and see if there's cameras there. But let me play this video before I actually play the video that's on screen. Listen to this.
Deliberate. When they're done deliberating, the judge said they can call it whatever time they want to, but they're going straight to a hotel.
I know you're gonna be here at 12.
No, I ain't gonna be back up here because I'm not gonna deal with Jeff Metcalf and his racist ass shit.
What the fuck
bullying
did he
people out of their
do?
damn seats.
What do you mean?
Bullied
Hold on.
him and his family bullied us out of our seat, which is the whole reason we're here in this trial. That's how this trial came to be, is because his kids are bullies and want to bully people out of their seat. And what did he do? He turned around and sat and did it to all of us inside the courtroom and laughed about it.
They got the first
So
two
where do you
rows.
think his kids learn to be bullies at? According to their environment. That's all I'm gonna say.
What's up with this light? I had this light for a long time. Now this shit, yeah, man. I had this for like a good couple of years, man. Now I want to act stupid. Anyway, can I play this one? Oh yeah, let me play this one too. Hold on, check it out. Come on now.
Expected this because they did have one of the witnesses said it wasn't just a push. It was he lifted him up in like a linebacker drill type. You know, like when you see a linebacker, you know, hit the dummies, and so you know that's what
They said they dropped. Hold on.
See, dude, this is why evidence is important.
So they said they dropped it from murder to a crime of passions so that's 2 to 20 years. Hey Shakira, please do me a favor. Find that link, whatever link that you got, and throw it in the chat, please, so I can play it. Matter of fact, hold on, y'all. Let me just do this as well. Let me see the update. Let me get an update on that. Hold on 1 second. Let me get an update on that. So please be patient with me, y'all. And I'm gonna go through the transcripts because I got it. Well, yeah, pretty much the transcripts, but it's not public. You got it. It's something that they never like put it on. I forgot that goddamn site. Where you get all the stuff from, or the update. Here we go. Okay, hold on. A break jury reach a verdict, murder trial. I don't see any. Where you get the information from, baby? I got it from TikTok from my inside person that was in the courtroom. Well, tell your inside person to jump on the panel, girl. What's wrong with you? Okay, got it from. Tell them to hit me up. It's on an article, Mike. I'm looking for it. Hold on, one second, y'all. Please be patient with me. Okay. Anthony. Convicted of crime of passion. Let me see. From what I'm seeing, it's not even updated yet. An hour charge of first degree murder. Sudden passion. Here we go. Sudden passion can lead to lesser time. All right. I got it. I got you. Been here 11 3 hours ago. All right, hold on. Hold on, everybody. Okay, hold on. Let me share my screen. I'm gonna come back to this video, but let me share my screen. Thank y'all for tuning in, y'all. My light is acting real stinkish right now. Okay, people that's on TikTok, I appreciate y'all for staying on this motherfucker. Hold on 1 second. And let me. All right, sudden passion. Okay. I gotta remove that to put that.
Grainger offers
All right.
professional-grade products, easy reordering online, and 24/7 support, helping procurement managers keep buildings running.
I gotta mute that. Hold on 1 second. Fucking light. It's crazy. All right, let's see what they say here. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, bitch.
Found guilty. He was found guilty.
Here we begin WFA News at 5 with breaking news. In the trap meet stabbing trial, a jury found Karmelo Anthony guilty of murder for killing Austin Metcalf last spring. Now, the trial immediately entered the punishment phase, and jurors just heard arguments from both defense and prosecutors as they weigh Anthony's sentence. We have live team coverage of the verdict and sentencing from the Collin County Courthouse. Senior crime and justice reporter Rebecca Lopez, senior investigative reporter Tanya Iser, and Cole Sullivan are all there to bring us up to speed. We're going to start with Rebecca and Tanya.
Well, Chris, this jury began deliberating about 11 o'clock, and then just before 2 o'clock, less than 2 hours, they had a verdict, and they did find Karmelo Anthony guilty of murder. They also could have deliberated the lesser charge of manslaughter, but once they found him guilty of murder, manslaughter was off the table. He faces 5 to 99. But Jobin Puneker has been inside the courtroom, and he heard the closing arguments. He heard the testimony from Karmelo Anthony's mom, which is the only witness that was called to testify in this punishment phase. Jobin, tell us what the courtroom was like, first of all.
You know, we always remember when it's really loud in a courtroom where people are talking about things, and you also remember when people aren't saying a thing. And the quietest moment that I ever experienced, at least in this trial, is the moment before the jury walks in to deliver that verdict. And then the next thing we hear, after the verdict is read, Kayla Hayes, this is Karmelo's mom, audibly crying. And it's loud. She's the only one making noise in that moment. Her grandmother, Karmelo's grandmother, is also crying right next to her. Obviously a very difficult moment. And one moment that I do want to speak to is there's a moment when Karmelo Anthony is now remanded into the direction of the sheriff's department, and he is walked out with a deputy and his 2 attorneys. In that moment, Karmelo Anthony walks out. He's crying visibly. He takes a glance over at his parents. It was a split second, and it tells you so much about the pain that happens with these verdicts and the sentence.
But talk also a little bit about Austin Metcalf's family, because Hunter was in the courtroom for the first time. He has not been at this trial. Their reaction.
Yeah. There was very little emotion during the verdict and after the verdict. It wasn't until they came in for when the jury first got to hear about the actual sentencing charges, that's when they were actually the most talkative. But before that, they were very quiet. There was a time during closing when Bill Werski's talking about life sentences have already been handed out in this case. Megan Metcalf has a life sentence. Jeff Metcalf has a life sentence. And Hunter Metcalf already has a life sentence, talking about the loss of Austin Metcalf. And that's when we see Megan Metcalf really having a moment there. It's very difficult.
What do you make of that when it comes to the jury going to have to deliberate this and decide his punishment?
Well, I think that they take what they hear. And I think for what Jobin said and Werski's final argument to them, I mean, I think it's relatively like recent to when they go back and deliberate. So I think it's going to really have some people thinking about things. And yes, you have to determine how you want to punish this defendant. But what Werski was doing is saying you can't forget about this family that's been affected by these actions.
Chris, back to you.
I want to just follow up on some of the things you said, in terms of how this played out with the jury being able to consider manslaughter and murder. Was this something that was expected and quite so soon?
Tanya? Oh, he asked if manslaughter and murder were something that was being expected that this jury was going to deliberate.
Well, I would have been surprised if they had not included manslaughter. I would expect in a case that it would have been included. But Rebecca, you and I were talking about it earlier. Keith and I were talking about when this verdict came back so quickly, you just knew that manslaughter was taken off the table, that they were going with murder, that the verdict was going to be murder. I think now the biggest question is how long will it take them to deliberate on punishment?
Let me move that out the way, because I thought he was going to get to that. So basically it says, found not guilty last year, fatal, this is what the mother said: have mercy on my son, Kayla Hayes. Karmelo Anthony's mother said to jurors, that state has agreed to allow jurors to consider sudden passion a legal term that lessens the punishment range the jury will be considering. Anthony, convicted of murder, facing 5 to 99 years in prison. Under sudden passion, the punishment range from 2 to 20 years, which is the same punishment range as manslaughter, which jurors rejected earlier today while considering whether to convict him or acquit. Sudden has to be proven in Texas by passion directly caused out of provocation. And that, in this case, Anthony, his lawyers have argued he was overwhelmed by a strong emotion like anger or shock and acted before having the time to calm down. This is why they should have put his ass on the stand. And I don't trust these lawyers at all. I'm furious that fucking those like they was a part of the plan. We already know about the motherfucking judicial system, the government. All of them are the same pieces on the same fucking side of the chessboard, man. That's lawyers, judges, police, FBI, CIA, DAs, public defenders, the police fraternity, the Greek the sororities and the fraternities and all that shit. All the motherfuckers is on it. Masons, all of them are on the same side on the chessboard. I don't trust Mike Howard. He did whatever he could do, but I really feel like it was lackluster, and he could have did more in screening and vetting the defense witnesses that you was going to use, and you fumbled the ball on that, and didn't even. We can see that you fumbling, and even the some of the newscasters is saying that I thought the defense would have been a little stronger, but the prosecution this, the prosecution that, and da. So you don't see the witnesses that you are bringing on, and how some of them, not all of them, contradicts what was already said. So you should have took matters in your own hand. You know what? Give us another day, or let's have a recess. Let me speak to my client. You prep them, and just tell him to tell the truth. But this is how the prosecution is going to come and say this. You're going to say that. You keep your your emotions to yourself, and you answer them correctly with your truth on what happened. But no, they didn't do that. And then nobody is even talking about an appeal in this article. So that's it. That's it in the article? That's it. Let me play this, man. Fucked up shit, man. That's really fucked up. Let me see what this say. What is it? Hurry up. What is this? Oh, that's an ad. I just want to play this real quick. Matter of fact, there's some other videos that's up that's real recent, so I'm gonna play that. Okay. All right, well, fuck that. I'm tight, son. Like, real fucking tight. This don't make no sense, man. And this fucking my lights. Anyway, if everybody y'all still here, thank y'all for tuning in. It felt like they wanted to get the trial over hella quick. This is what you really call a speedy trial. This is exactly what you call a speedy trial. I've never seen a trial like this in my fucking life. Ever. Have anybody ever seen a trial like this, we have Pastor DJ Tracy. Tracy, how you doing, love? Unmute yourself. Tracy, how you doing, love? Unmute yourself. Peace to
Hola,
you,
sir. Salute.
Salute to you as well, ma'am. Well, excuse me, love.
Hola, sir.
Go ahead.
Salute. Okay, I have actually been on your panel before back with the Michelle Loud situation. And
Okay.
so my hat off to you for giving us, I found you the other night in regard to how you brought us up to speed from day one. And there were just a
Right.
few other bloggers that I follow because I too believe in the facts. Point
Right.
blank, period. Now, what made me go ahead and call in is this. Earlier, we did hear from Dr. Candace Matthews. According to her, she had planned to be there on Thursday, and she still will be. There's going to be a press conference, and she did state that she has been in contact with Karmelo's dad, and they were already prepared for an appeal. So that is already in the works. We knew
Good.
we were going to get blindsided by this. We knew it, point blank, period, because at the end of the day, the grounds of for the appeal is what? There was no,
Jury of his peers.
jury of his peers. This is a rush to judgment. And having some law background myself, yes, there should have been a change of venue, period. It's just too much out there in the very beginning and not in the forefront that said this is where we were going to end up. So I have to say this time, I'm very proud of my people because I've seen some solidarity. And let me say this, they bank on the fact that we usually, as a culture, do not stick together. Just like you all have said in the past hour, I've been listening. The fact is that usually they stick together like glue no matter what, but they're so used to us not doing the same. This is strange fruit to them.
Right.
But let it be. Let's not let the intimidation cause the uprising they're looking for because they want that to be justification. Let's not do that. But let's come together as a people because at the end of the
Yes.
day, both sides of the table have lost. There's a life loss. But do I agree that he should have just sat there and been jumped by 4 bigger boys? I got experience with that a year ago. My granddaughter was jumped by 4 girls, which she handled very well by herself, and then a boy jumped in. Let me tell you something. We was all ready to go do something, especially to him. And she was 15 at the time. She'll be 17 this year. Well, I said all that to say this. When that happens and you're surrounded like that, you're going to come out at every hand. We look at the fact that I could have been this story a year ago if she had had a weapon in her hand. Does that make sense?
Yes, it did.
You see what I'm saying? So thankfully, that's not where we ended up with it. And in those shoes, I thought about this yesterday morning. I said, I would have been saying to her, "Wow, we don't know what we're going to do in our fight or flight mode." But you still would have been saying, and I'm sure Carmelo's parents said too, you still could have went and got somebody, but maybe not because thanks to you, I've heard the people that saw the actual tape, not the one the prosecution, admittedly the witness, created to show Carmelo's parts, not everybody's parts. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do when we want things to sway in our direction. How come it's people that paid to see that tape, but that ain't the tape they saw in the courtroom? They all said it wasn't grainy.
Exactly.
You could tell what was going on. You could see it with your own 2 eyes. How did we get away with not playing that tape? And I, for one, thought that the defense was going to come out the corner like a monster. I looked at him and said, you know what? This guy looks like he got a smoking gun in his pocket and he's going to use it. I'm a little disappointed, but I'll say, Dr. Matthews has said they were already prepared for an appeal. So it sounds like with the same legal team, they already ready to go into action. It's unfortunate no matter how we look at this.
Why is they not? Because I'll just piggyback on what you said. Because I thought from what Morris, Dwayne, Turner, and Kira Answorth said, the ones that actually seen the video. So there's a video where somebody is showing that Dwayne Turner actually showed proof, which I was trying to find, but they showed the proof of the email, so for someone that was from the Collin County or Frisco, whatever, showed all of that information that it was true. He was able to see it. So I'm thinking, like, nigga, once it's time, they're gonna bring out the smoking gun. Like, nigga, look
That's
at this.
that's exactly what I was saying. I'm telling you, I had seen the defense attorney early in the week. I was like, okay, I'm kind of feeling where he may be going with this, especially when he debunked the fact that you could tell those witnesses got on the stand and did not. I loved it when he came. Oh, you don't remember? Let me refer. Here's the transcript. This is what you said to the police last year. Why you not saying that now? So, you know, I felt like the smoking gun was still in his pocket, because if other people, and those three people didn't know each other that you presented to us, you know, the other night. They didn't know each other. They all said what they said, and they basically said the same thing with their own interpretation, but there was no room for error. There was no room to say, oh, that's just what you saw. No. They all saw the same thing, that he got jumped, that they ran up on him and encircled him, that he was still in a sitting position. Not only once was he touched, but twice he was touched. And in doing so, you heard them say, one of their own witnesses, that he went with two hands to pick him up and push back. If that boy had hit his head on the bleachers, he'd be the one dead.
Right. And they try to minimize the actual touch.
And we're not going to sit here and act like it was okay for anyone to die. That's not where we're choosing sides. At the end of the day, a life, and a young life, was lost. Here's another problem that I have. My aunt was an educator. I was reading that too, to the point that she was an educator. She retired a principal with her own two kids that were teenagers at the time she retired. Now, her two kids was twins. So let's go there. Okay. How not to have an educator, because that's your excuse for getting rid of the three black people. Because they did, and she and I talked about this yesterday. They are the ones in the settings where the kids are, that understand the hormones raging and how these kids get down, breaking up fights all the time, sitting them down and saying, hey, I need you to think about your actions before those actions become this. That should have been to the benefit of both sides.
That's what I'm saying with these stupid ass. It's fucking teachers. So everything that you just said, they should have already thought that. But I do
think it. They did what they wanted to do.
I think that they should have been strategic on
Very,
things instead of saying, I don't see myself sending a child to prison. That's the only thing. But still, that shit, what the fuck? But they want jurors on the jury to send a kid to fucking to prison.
That's it. That's exactly what they did. Because the guy that was talking earlier, talking about, well, what if the table was turned? Well, if the table was turned, would y'all sat down and had an all-black jury? No, you would not.
That's right.
No, you would not. So let's not even go there, sir. Go sit down. We don't care that you invited to the picnic. We don't care. We don't.
Yeah. That shit is sad, man. And I feel like
it's heartbreaking no matter how, and we knew that no matter what the outcome, there was gonna be some mess to be paid for, you know?
Yeah.
And I, for one, as a pastor, have had my warriors praying in the background. So far, so good. There's no major uprising. I'm like, look, y'all, pray for Texas, because it's probably gonna go down. My 37-year-old son, we're on the phone. I call him at work and go, hey, the jury is already out for a verdict. He said, what do you mean they out? Yeah, they already out. Wait a minute. And after it was read, he calls me and goes, it's already on court TV. He said, now I'm finna go somewhere and shed tears. You know, you have to have a heart in the midst of this, period.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand how you can't take the fact that kids that has hormones raging, and you looking at somebody that obviously was a scaredy cat. Let's just call it what it was. Let's call a spade a spade.
Right.
You looking at, and my son's father was built like that in high school. So you looking at two of them, two more with them, and several others. Now that's what the people that saw the video said, correct?
Right.
They all saw that same exact scenario. They saw how they came back into the stadium and ran up on him. Somebody said that. So it wasn't no happenstance. It wasn't no he was just sitting there. It wasn't none of you came to do that. Why is the twin not also having some sort of charges? Because he said himself last year, I start the stuff, he finishes the stuff. And you know what? And then he got finished. And I hate to feel that way, but that's the fact. That's not just based off emotion.
I'm sorry, and I'm sorry to cut your flow too. I'm sorry about that. Let me, because I want you to end this with a prayer when you decide to conclude.
Yeah.
I want you to end it with
I
a prayer. But
appreciate that.
my thing is that these people do not like to take accountability for the things
No,
that they do.
no.
They are
And you
very
know us.
selfish.
We look. How was we raised? You did that? Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you a new one. that's
right.
the background I come from.
We always
You know,
hold our people to the fire.
let me give you a perfect example of that if I can. My
Go
son
ahead.
and I were watching a show one time. I want to say it was something like Chicago Fire or something like that. And there was a guy, teenage boy. Come to find out, it was a young man who was angry that they had fired his father from the fire department, right? And he ended up, every time they showed up to a fire, somebody getting shot. Well, come to find out, the mother knew she was hiding him out in the basement. I turned to my son and said, let me find out you do something like that and see if I'm going to hide you out. You know what he said? And I wouldn't expect you to. Like, we not doing that.
Right. We don't
And you
operate.
know, a lot of times what we see on the TV emulates life. I'm not, if I know you took a life and you were not defending yourself, I'm gonna be like, yeah, come on over here and eat. You feel where I'm going with that? He over
That's
there.
a fact.
He over there. Because that's not how I raised you. He over there. You gonna stand on business if that's what you did. You know what I'm saying? And he's always known I got your back long as you're trying. But when you doing stupid stuff, I don't know who kid you are. That's who we are. I appreciate that you brought that to the forefront. I do.
Right, because that's how we are, and they protect their killers, they protect their rapists, they protect everything. And then you look in the comment section, these people are irrational thinkers. We have to keep in mind they are not logical thinkers.
They not
They
cut from
are
what we cut from, and they know it. Technically, they are the weaker. They know this because how is it that we were the ones out in the field squatting, bopping, dropping babies and still going? How was we taken? I couldn't have lived when my big mama, she was born in 1909, and I'm thinking, that mean you came through that. You would have had to kill me. Ain't no way. Does that make sense? They know that.
That's
They know it. They cannot even withstand the type of thing that we're looking at right now themselves. They can't. They can't.
Right.
And according to some other reports, that particular school that these boys came from been bullies at track meets for years.
Right. That's what made me think like y'all, a lot of y'all had to see Anthony before, okay? Because he's the leader of the track team, and they always go to that is the mutual track meet for both schools. So it's like, how y'all never interact with the guy?
And a lot of
I don't
times
get
it's
it.
intertwined with jealousy and all these things. Do you know darn well they knew who he was? Ain't no way.
Right.
Ain't no way. Y'all
School
know who he is.
rivalry.
And and you know what? I lost a classmate in high school to violence up in Chicago. And they wanted to say he bumped into somebody going in the store on the school property. This was Ben Wilson. I hope some of your listeners out there know what I'm talking about. 1985, Chicago, Illinois. Ben Wilson was the #1 draft pick in the nation basketball in 85. Didn't even have to go by college, okay? It was not because he bumped into him. They came from the local school, high school, that they could walk over to our school, and we were playing them for the state championship the next day. Now you make that make sense. And they saying he bumped me and said, excuse me. And the guy said, ain't no excuse me, and come up with a gun and shot him. You knew exactly who he was. The whole nation knew who he was.
Right.
And it was a national case just like this one, 1985. I've been here in so many different ways that I can relate,
So
whether it's with or without emotion. Does that make sense?
that's how we have to move
Yes.
without emotions. We
Yes.
have to, just like with the Rick Chow and the boycotting, don't get emotional. Hit them in their pocket. Don't get emotional. Stick together and you know, politically make sure we are covered and
Mhm.
just everything that we need to do and just be
You got to
this is
put
like back in
yourself
the
in
days, like
somebody's shoes, though.
race
And
era.
that's what they don't do. You have to put yourself in somebody's shoes. You have to be able to do that. Is that not what the jury is there to do when they hear the evidence?
Yeah, they would never do that. We dealing with listen, I'm not putting all white people inside of the basket. I'm
I'm
just
not
going to put
either.
99.99. Right? No, I'm not saying.
I'm not either.
I'm just
I
saying.
just lost my armor bearer
This.
this year. She was
Hold
my
on.
sister, but she
This
was a
is
white
one.
girl.
Hold on 1 second, sweetheart. Just 1% of the population of the whatever the millions. Whatever the number is, just say in America, 54 million, whatever. 1% of that is probably like 100,000 or whatever the amount is. That little bit amount could be some good white people. So I'm not saying all 100%, just 99.99. They are Satan's children. There's no other way to splice this thing. There's no other way to try to break it down and be analytical. We done seen the history in the track record.
That's right.
No fucking way that these are real human beings. They have to come from a dimension that is fucking evil. And I don't care. That's how I feel, but I'm not going to say all of them.
Didn't they
You
put us
have to
in the
come.
same box when they decided to try to paint him as a thug? Let me tell you what a thug would have did, because I came from that too. You know what a thug would have did? You sure right. I'll be right back with all my boys. That's what a thug would have did, because I grew up having to do it on the south side of Chicago myself. That's what a thug would have did. So you're not going to sit there and do that either. But we're not going to talk about when him and a friend of his back when they were in Louisiana saved some boy's life out of drowning. We're not going to talk about his 3.74 GPA in this day and age. We're not going to talk about the fact that he had 2 jobs to help hold down his house. We're not going to talk about none of that, because that don't go along with being a thug.
Right. Hey, I'm gonna ask you this last question, and then I'll let you close out with a prayer. What's your thoughts about the boycotting with the Rick Chow stuff? Because I'm gonna end on that, y'all. But I'm still not done with this live. What's your thoughts on the Rick Chow situation and
I'm not really in tune with that case. Is this the Asian guy that shot the kid in the store?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I agree. Now, I also hold a cosmetology license where we go buy our products at.
That's right.
If I'm in the salon, where am I going? Okay. You know what? They want you to come in there, spend all your money, and let's just be honest. We are the people that set the tone for fashion and everything else. They need us. Period. You want me to come in there, hurry up and buy it, and you want to follow me around the store. But my money just as good as anybody else's. So you know what? Until we put our money where our mouth is, nothing's going to change. So I'm with it. I'm with it. That's exactly what we need to do. Because they got all the little corner stores and this, that, and the third. And, you know, this is what they're doing. And then you just think you can take one of us and you done this more than once from what I'm told.
It's a long history of that. Yeah.
Okay, then we should be doing just that. And I literally said that sometime last week before we even got to trial with Karmelo. If that's what it is, stop talking and be about it. If you cut off their source, how come we not opening our own stuff? You know why? Because we don't stick together. I just said that. We don't stick together.
I will say there is some black. It's a lot of black owned businesses, especially some like the hair products or the beauty supply stores. It's like it's in South Carolina, it's in Texas, it's in New Orleans. Is and I'm gonna be showing those. I did a video. It took me 4 tries. I said, you know what, man, fuck it, because the audio was fucking up. But I still lined up for y'all. I'm gonna show y'all everything that I did yesterday, but it just didn't come out right. But
Well,
there
then
is a
I'm
lot.
definitely going to watch so that I can be brought up to speed, but I knew the basis of it. And my cousin came out of LA doing hair and has his own shop now in Richardson and his own product line. The problem is we don't get to get it out there in the masses the way that they do. Does that make sense? He created his own product line, right? So I also know another well-known stylist that came out of LA and is in where is he now? Ooh, Madrid Johnson, well known in the hair industry. I know him personally because he was part of the school when I graduated back in 2011. I know some well-known, you know what I mean? He got his own product line. Amazing products for all hair types. That's what I loved, because when I was in school, that Madrid hair care product line, I want you to know I had more white customers than I did black customers. Why? Because when I did what I did and they left feeling beautiful, they didn't mind tipping me more than what the school was charging them for color and cut. You feel me?
Right.
Because they tended to be more yeah. Because we don't want to spend the money.
Right, and it's true. It's true. Listen, man, we already know it's a thing that we have to work on. But this is what I want you to do, love. I want you to end this with a. I want you to close out, because I'm not done yet, y'all.
Okay.
I want you to close out with a prayer for the people, the family, and this trial.
Yes, I really can.
Everybody, bow your heads or close your eyes. Let's get to it.
Amen, God. Let's go ahead and approach the throne of grace. Most gracious and heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for this day, and we thank you, Lord, for bringing us to this day. Lord God, we know that there's nothing that you won't bring us to, that you will not bring us through. And Lord, we thank you that our foundation over these many, many, many hundreds of years has been you. Lord God, we thank you, Lord God, for imparting unto us, Lord God, that you are starting to open our eyes, that we might see that we need to be united in solidarity, Lord, that we need to go forth as one nation and one front, because together we stand and divided we fall. We ask, God, that you come into the midst of this situation, even at the stage that we are now, and right some wrongs, Lord God. Make the rough places smooth, oh God. Make the narrow places a little wider, Lord, the crooked places straight, God. If you, Lord God, would pour in and touch with your finger of love, Lord God, we can still come out on the other side of this all right. And God, I am asking you to cancel the assignment of the enemy right now, Lord, the division that is taking place. Let that not be. Let there not be any backlash, any uprisings against, oh God, either side. Because right now, Lord, we're looking at two families, Lord God. One has been influenced in a way that shouldn't be, and the other one is just having to sit in a seat of scornful and deceit and take what's coming their way. But God, I ask that they be a faith-filled family, that they can handle whatever it is. And God, whatever you need to do, Lord God, however you need to show up, whatever you do, God, we're asking that you show up and you show out. I'm asking you to cover this young man, give him a strength that he may not understand that he has. Allow him, Lord God, to hear directly from you. And as this legal team goes forth in the name of Jesus, let everything that should be fixed and or corrected, let the right take be shown in the next trial. Let the hearings go forth in the correct manner. Whatever it is, that's the smoking gun that needs to be brought to the fore. We're not asking for injustice or unbalanced justice. We're asking, Lord God, that you level the playing field and allow things to go forth the way you told us in your word to follow the laws of the land. I'm asking you, God, that they allow themselves to follow the laws of the land, not personal agenda, oh God, and let us keep our heads on straight, stay faithful and prayed up in you. And we know, God, that you said in your word that if my people who are called by my name would humble themselves and pray, then they will hear from heaven and I will heal their land. It's healing time, God. We need you like never before. And I am just grateful, Lord, that I heard your music, your sound on that parking lot today. I thank you that you came before and set the atmosphere that didn't allow what some were expecting. No snipers on the roof were needed, God. And I'm asking you, Lord, that you allow us to stay in that same lane and that same grace. And if this boycott needs to happen in regard to the other case, God, that's been a imposition for years. Now, God, I am grateful that even as a prophet, last year you allowed me to see that it's time for the prophets to open their mouths and that you are tired. And it's time for people to fool around and find out what's really going on. You are bringing so many things to the forefront and canceling the assignment of things that should not have been for generations and generations. Lord, we thank you for that. So it's with humble hearts and open eyes, God. We say, thank you, Lord. We love you. And we thank you for being who you are. Give us all the power and strength we need right now. In your matchless and precious name, I pray. Amen, amen, and amen.
Amen. Thank you. I really love that. Thank you. All right, everybody, y'all make sure y'all say amen in the chat. This was
Amen.
needed.
Amen.
If you have a channel, please promote your channel real quick.
I do not, this has really brought to the forefront that I've been thinking about it for a year. I just need to know where to start and how to get it off the ground. I think that has been solidified in more ways than one.
Just hit me up. Just DM me. Hit me on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. We'll chop it up. And
I bet definitely will do that. Bet.
All right. Have a blessed one, sweetie.
You as well. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Love you all, my people. Love you all.
Love you too, love. Peace. Now, that was definitely needed. Okay. Definitely needed. So I just want to in for a minute. Get your amens. Let it sink in for a second. Please. That is needed. He needed it. We all need it because we know what type of climate that we are living in, what kind of people we are dealing with, what kind of system we are dealing with. And I'm not going to get back on camera because my video, I don't know what the fuck is up with this light, but glad y'all still here. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to play. I'm going to go through some of the transcripts because I've been here too long. I don't want this to be too long. And then we tackle the Rick Chow and show some black businesses, the boycott. Okay, so let's just watch some of this. Let me unmute this. And thank y'all for tuning in, man. Please make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment. Make sure you share this live. It's not gonna kill you. If y'all would love to donate to the platform, please do. Cash App, everything is in our description box. I would gladly appreciate it. Shit, I'm pretty sure that the family needs the money, so you send it to them. You know what I'm saying? For the GoFundMe, for his appeal, all of that. You know what I mean? But I appreciate everybody for being here. Y'all ain't have to, but make sure y'all share. Make sure y'all like and comment.
Be quiet, bro. Bro, get be quiet.
And ain't nobody controlling shit.
Let me take my phone.
And I'm gonna keep talking.
We standing right here because the white motherfucker and the black motherfucker got into an altercation. And you telling them to do the same shit in front of county courthouse.
Hey, hold on.
For the black folks.
Hold on. I love this. Hold on. What's your name? Sam EZ9LR, whatever. I like people like you. Do you want to get on? I will put the link in the chat. I would like no argument, no, not gonna disrespect you. As long as you don't disrespect me, let's have this respectful dialogue. All right. So the link is right there. Please jump on, Sam, because we know what kind of person we are dealing with. We're not dealing with human beings. We are dealing with spirits that comes from the underworld. I just had my sister do a prayer. So we are blessed and covered right now. So, but I will open the door to Esau. you are welcome to the stage. So please, let me hear your thoughts on this conversation. Please don't type. Let's just have a respectable dialogue. Sam, the floor is open for you.
So you gonna tell us to sit here and argue with a white motherfucker in front of you? Baby, he put me on she knows from me. Baby, I was raised by a woman that marched in the civil rights movement.
Hey, follow me on go to my YouTube page, All Viral Access Media on YouTube. Follow me there. I'm gonna get off this phone. I don't know if it's All Viral Access Media on YouTube.
I'm telling you, that boy's so fucking small. That boy's small.
And make sure y'all subscribe over there, all right?
That's a baby. Hey, Ron, go there, Ron.
Go ahead. So you were going to Texas? Y'all went to Texas. North Carolina. North Carolina from Texas. You're just born there. So you don't know about North Carolina? Yes, sir. Welcome to Texas. Welcome to Texas. You know Texas alone? I've been here since April. What does the sentence carry? What does the sentence carry? I used to pick it up. Huh? No, yeah. No, NASCAR don't carry life. NASCAR doesn't. So what does the sentence carry? You want to listen? What's the version?
With a white motherfucker, and that's why we here. In front of the courthouse. So they can say your ass aggressive. If you don't like what the fuck a bunch of black people saying, move around.
I didn't even know. I'm listening, but I'm not even looking at the screen. I'm man. Look, whether you're sassy or you're classy, he's riding for the people. I ain't trying to see no breast milk. Move around.
We're aggressive regardless of how we standing in your mother.
Let me move on, man. Because I mean, all that sass. That's for another. I'm good, man. Bars.
So
at least he's Shim is riding, but goddamn, that's too much for me. All right.
If the whole jury can conclude, then the sentence is going to be tomorrow or today. But they already conclude manslaughter.
Wait, hold on. Sam, what's up? Yes, I said Esau. Sam, what's good with you? You scared to get on there? That's what I'm saying. Y'all just type and run away. Y'all not mentally capable. Y'all not smart as y'all really be walking around with your head so big. You're really not. Y'all really not that intelligent, man. I mean, there's some intelligent people. There's plenty of intelligent black men. But we love to put y'all to the test. Sam, can you please just get on the panel? I would love to have a conversation with you. Okay? Okay? All right. Put your beer down. That duff, that what you call that shit? Modesto, whatever the fuck that shit is, whatever you drinking.
Wait, say it again. Say it again.
I talked to one of the attorneys via text. He reached out to me. So they are going to be prepared for an appeal.
Right.
Let me skim, because this is like 2 hours long. I'm just gonna skim through it. And for those who already seen what the man said, I'm not gonna play all the old videos that we already seen already. We already seen what's his name? Morris Dwayne Turner, when he said he seen the video. Kira Answorth, who said that she's seen it. You understand what I'm saying? All right, but let me try to call her again. Let me try to call. She's probably not gonna pick up, but at least I'm gonna try again. Let me call her right now. Hold on, everybody. Let me try one more time. He probably don't want to.
Okay. I'll back up. But when I'm ready to go back up them steps.
Her ass is live. Hold on. She on. You think she pick up, man? Hold on. Let's see. Let me see if she pick up. Hopefully she pick up. I doubt it, but let's see. Man, nigga, I ain't picking up. Well, she ain't picking up. Okay. Well, there you have it. I don't, respectfully, I know what's going on, but I don't like to be an irritant because I damn sure don't sweat people. Hope all is well with you. Not me. Very much love too.
Y'all voted for Donald Trump. Y'all voted for Donald Trump. Y'all voted for that man. Y'all did that. Y'all did that. We are called for all people, and especially people justice for
When you look at the protests, especially from yesterday, and that white boy, I forgot his name. He's kind of known. He had on that bulletproof vest or whatever. Police was surrounding him, like protecting him. You see what I'm saying? Just like when the KKK, they want to do a rally, or the Proud Boys, or the Antifa dudes. They are protected by the police. When they was riding in the back of the U-Hauls and shit like that, trying to go to the black neighborhood. I think it was in Ohio. I think it was in Cleveland, or Indianapolis, wherever it was. I'm pretty sure they was going over the bridge and stuff like that. They was being protected by police. But them people in that hood, those FBAs, they was not playing. And them niggas running back into the goddamn U-Haul truck. But they are always protected. They are protected by a system. So don't fall victim to the ones that is cool. I mean, it's nothing wrong because I know some white people that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with some. Even one considered like my best friend. Their family, there's much love to them. And to this day, if I ever seen them, we know it's love. But I'm going to always stand my ground and protect my people regardless. I don't give a fuck who you are. But don't let the ones that's cool with you to override or shield the bad ones that's behind them. Don't ever do that. All right? Some may feel okay that the shit is wrong or whatever, but they will never trade their protection over our non-protection. Ask any white person in the world, ask anybody that's not FBA, do they want to get treated like an FBA? And each and last one of them will say no. So they know exactly what is happening to us politically, economically, academically, and everything around the board. When they know to say no if they want to get treated like us, then they know every dynamic what is against us. So don't be fooled. Do not be fooled. Just be strategic. If you want to smile on my face, I smile on your face too. But I ain't stupid. You ain't going to trick me to saying something just because me and you laughing over watching the game. And I better stop playing. Again, we all we have. We don't have any friends. Until you understand that, you're going to always fall victim to somebody who's smiling in your face who is not like your brethren. Okay? Thinking the grass is greener on the other side. Okay. It may be. The food may be good, but when I'm telling you, when shit hit the fan, guess what's going to happen? On one side, and bitch, you're going to be on the other. History shows that.
Go in, it shows the order on my live. So
they said his mom took the stand. You know how yeah. And then they said when they read the verdict, he goes got crying himself.
Oh yeah, you definitely trolling now.
They not going back
I'm
in.
not smart enough to even match your.
So they ain't gonna give it to him today, is it?
Yeah, no, they are. So they
right,
giving up their seats. They can't take it no more.
All right, before we end this live, what y'all want to do? You want me to go through some of the transcripts first, or just go into the Rick Child and close out? Let me know, y'all, because it will take long. I don't want to be on here too long. I probably come back live, but I don't want to be live too long because nobody's not going to watch a 4-hour live stream. You know what I'm saying? Not even a 3, but you know. So I want the consensus of the chat. You know what I mean? But until then, we already know everything. Okay? Yeah. Got it. Got you. Sam, you just a troll, man. You'll be all right, man. See, you're an energy vampire. this is the energy that you're looking for. You got nothing else to do. You probably got your room probably got beer all over the place. You know what I mean? Like spoons with black soot in it from the syringe. You know, from the dope and meth you've been using. And just dirty diapers and shitty diapers all over the place. We understand, bro. This is the energy that you need. We get it. We get it. So I'm, is this enough blood for you today? Like a damn Nile virus mosquito? You got it? I mean, you good now? You got all the energy, the black energy you need, the entertainment. You got it. Oh, hopefully you do. Let's go into. Hold on, because I did like 3 versions of a video of this yesterday. I swear to you, everything. Lord have mercy, it was a lot. What I will do, I still want to do that video separate. I'll be here for another hour, so I'm just gonna go through a little bit what I. Damn, I'm gonna have to. All right. This is what I do. Give me a second. All right, I'm gonna end. Okay, I could play that, but we already spoke about that. All right, because I guess we got all of this out of our system. Let me go to. All right, hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second, y'all, because I didn't have it prepped already. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Again, if anybody want to jump on this bitch, it's right there. You can jump on. The link is already in the chat. Let me turn this off. Let me X that out. Okay. All of that is X'd out. All right. I don't like this lighting right now. And I'm woofing. I'm growing on my hair too. So I'm going to be real woofy than this. So I got a 5 o'clock shadow. Okay. But I don't like my lighting right now. So I'm going to stay off camera. And all y'all, you kiss my ass. And look what I said right here. Don't forget, stay out of Asian businesses. So remember that. All right. Hold on. I'm still trying to get this where it needs to be. Okay. I'll just play some of this. Hold on 1 second. Okay. All right. Black politicians mighty quiet. Yes. And Lord have mercy. You're absolutely right. Where is Al Sharpton? Where's the AACP? Where's Trump? Where's the rest of these motherfuckers? Where's the outrage from the Democratic Party? They can't. This is one of the prime examples to stop fucking with the Democrats. I'm not saying fuck with Republicans. Y'all kind of get it twisted. It's like y'all feel like just because they're supposed to be black as Democrats, we supposed to vote and just vote our rights away. Vote and get nothing in return. But every goddamn immigrant gets something in return by using our struggle, our civil rights talking points, and our death cases or unalive cases or disproportionate situations and racism, and use those talking points as if this is a big coalition, and everybody get the tangibles but us. But they use our struggle to promote it, to give to everybody else. And look what just happened. Why they not speaking out what just happened with Karmelo? Nobody's talking about it. So it's like, come on, man. I'm not voting for no fucking Democrats. Y'all have to understand. They have to answer to other people. And I'll talk about that another day. I definitely will talk about that another day. Okay, here we go. We'll definitely talk about that another day. All right, you hear this guy right here?
There are already 1,000 Asian Americans chiming in on this app about that Rick Chow case. So I, as an Asian American myself, I'll just add this. I've said this before and I'll say it again. If it weren't for the Black American civil rights movement, we Asian Americans would not have been enjoying the rights that we are enjoying today.
This nigga look like he's like faded, like it's a green screen background, like this a picture, and he just in it. He They're like a thumb. But all of these people don't even pay these motherfuckers no mind. Let me go to some of the notes from yesterday because I'm still gonna do another video, but I got my notes on it. Let me read something to y'all about this coalition. Just give me a second. Let me pull up my script, my notes that I made yesterday. What's this? I think this is it. Give me a second, y'all. Because now I make sure I do a script instead of just talking off the head. I'm better at writing. So this shit takes a lot longer to even put the video out because I got to write everything out. Bars. All right. Let me see. Hold on. Let me go up. Hold on. Okay. Now you see on the screen, right? Hold on. There we go. The Asian and Latino Coalition. Now listen to what I'm saying right now. There's no black and brown coalition. When you hear Latinos speak, when they fight for tangibles, they don't say black and brown. It's always just for Latinos. This is why us as blacks, we have to understand that politically, not out there in the street where we smoking weed. Now, when we playing basketball, not because I'm fucking your sister, you fucking my sister or my cousin, or we grew up playing handball, playing skelly, cocolivio, basketball, football. We went to the same school. We in Brooklyn. We've been on a train. I'm not talking about that shit. Grew up together in the same project, same neighborhood. I'm not talking about that. That's where people get everything twisted. Yes, I grew up with a whole bunch of, it's not even a whole bunch. I grew up with Puerto Ricans in my projects. I grew up with some small Haitians, a tiny bit of Jamaicans. Trini, rest in peace to Trini, older guy. That was my dude. Love him. Beautiful daughters. Rest in peace to you, King. So it's people that I grew up with that I actually love and some that I do miss. But here's the kicker. Just because of that, that's not gonna have me override the people that's from your background in political seats as we see here. That is voting against us and only to have things for us. I mean, for them. We have to separate the two because this shit is from the streets how we grew up and this is political. Two different dynamics of relationships. And then on top of that, a lot of these people classify as white. We have to really get our minds together. And I really like to target New York because New York is not just New York. I'm saying New York because I'm from New York. It's heavily mixed people now, culturally. But our foundational Black Americans in New York we are woken up. What the fuck am what I'm saying? But more of us need to because we have to understand that this is erasure and that melting pot. It's not really a melting pot culturally in New York. When you ask a New Yorker from Puerto Rico, Jamaica, whatever country that they come from, what is a New York culture? It's a melting pot. But when you ask them what culture that stands out out of this melting pot, they're gonna have to say the Black American because that's the actual culture that stands out. The way you talk, the way you dress, fashion, everything. So how is it a melting pot? It's a melting pot by y'all being there, but the taste of the culture is not none of y'all's. When I figuratively for the slowies, if New York was a food and I taste it, I could taste my grandmother's collard greens. I could taste the fried chicken well seasoned. I could taste the smothered turkey wings. I don't taste empanadas. I don't taste jerk chicken. I don't taste roti. I don't taste fufu or all the African foods. I don't taste a potato salad with raisins and cherries. I don't taste that. What I taste, the New York flavor, I taste soul food. Y'all get me? Hopefully that analogy registered to some people, but a lot of people are slow. But let me get back to my main subject. Asian and Latino Coalition Pact, right? Let me read what that's about. And this is of now. Asian American and Latino organizations have often worked together on issues such as immigration reform, path to citizenship, family reunification policies, visa uniform. reform, I said uniform. Business opportunities, meaning minority business contracts, access to capital and loans, small businesses development programs. As far as education, increased funding for schools, language access programs, college access initiatives. Now, political representation, more elected officials from their communities. I'm going to repeat that again. More elected officials from their communities. Redistricting efforts, voter registrations, and turnout campaigns. Civil rights protections, anti-discrimination measures, hate crime enforcement, language access rights. Now, as I close on this point, check it out. Tangibles they commonly seek. That practical outcome often includes government funding. Don't they get that? Business grants. Don't they get that? Public contracts, political appointments, representation in government, educational resources, immigration benefits, community development funding, economic investment programs. Oh, I want that to, I'm pausing to let it sear in your brain. I can't see the chat, and I'm glad I don't. I don't even know how many people in here, but that's fine. Let that shit simmer. Now, the common foundational Black American critique of this is that foundational Black American people, we advocate for those same exact things, but other groups frequently organize around specific material interests, contracts, funding, representation, immigration policies, business development, while Black political participation is often framed around broader coalition politics rather than lineage-specific demands. We have to talk about Black and brown and minorities, other minorities. Look at the conversation with what's her name? Stacey Abrams on the 85 South show when DC Young Fly asked her why politicians don't do anything for Black people. She said, well, we can't have anything specifically for Black people because it will make other people feel uncomfortable. So we have to speak far as a minority. That's what has to happen. We have to speak as a broader coalition where there is none. I hope this is not falling on deaf ears. If this is falling on deaf ears, I don't give a fuck. As long as it's somebody who gets it, because it's deeper than rap. But I'm gonna keep it like that. Bars, motherfucker. So listen, man. Anyway, but you can see some of the Mexican Nazis. We got some Hispanics is in the Proud Boys. Look at this stuff right here. And on top of that, these motherfuckers. Oh yeah, I wanted to play this video. Check this out. Very short.
I almost think I actually think a lot of people think it's like a superiority thing, but I almost think if we're associated with a white person, then we won't get mistreated anymore because it's like we get to hide behind them.
I can kind of see what you're saying. I don't.
Okay, so we know what we're dealing with. Well, but let's go. I'm gonna do this video. Oh, I'm gonna do this video again. Probably tonight because I talked about this clown nigga. So I'll do this on a video. But let me just show some of the Black business. I'll just do that because I did this shit 4 times last night, and that shit took hours upon hours, and the audio was still fucked up. This bitch too. I'll play a little bit of this. I'm pretty sure some of y'all seen this already.
This is going to be an unpopular fucking opinion, and I'm going to call you out since you motherfuckers don't seem to fucking understand. Every single one of you over there boycotting Asian business and spreading more Asian hate, you fucking Black fucking people with your Black fatigue, okay? And what your people call...
I'm not even going to go through all that. I'm just going to address it when I do the video again. But we see what kind of people that we're dealing with, and we have to boycott. We have to make sure that we protect our own. We can't be sitting up here just only coming together when shit like this happened with like Rick Chow, Cyrus, I forgot that Belton, and this case right here with Carmelo Anthony and other cases. We have to make sure that we it is not boycott. We're not boycotting. We have to basically stop and what they call it instead of investing. Is it reinvest? No, not reinvest. Divesting. So we have to divest in these people's businesses and stuff like that. That's what we have to do. At this point, this is exactly what has to be done. If we're going to use the word boycott, we have to boycott forever. Make this perpetuity forever. If we want to be treated right, we have to do it ourselves. Plain and simple, we have to go into our own businesses by ourselves and support one another. We have to support. When we start talking about that, it gets mushy to some black people. Like, you don't want to hear it. I hate black people like that who thinks like that. Just get the fuck away from me right now. If you really feel like loving each other, having love and respect, and going to business and build our own communities is something that it makes you feel weird, then this is not the just unsubscribe and all of that. Get the fuck out of here. All right? Because everybody practice group economics. And a lot of us are doing it too. So I'm just not trying to act like there's not one person who's doing that. It is. You just have to be on a grand scale of things. And we have to put jealousy, trying to one up on somebody, trying to shit on these niggas, shit on these bitches, kill these motherfuckers tonight, and try to fuck another man's wife, try to fuck another girl's husband, and all the fucking bullshit. Listen, man, we ain't got time for all that. Everybody else is practicing group economics and using us as the source to extract wealth from to get there. And we just giving our shit away. I'm not understanding. I mean, I get it, but we have to understand what the plot is against us. Everybody comes to our neighborhood to extract the wealth out of a wealthy community. We are wealthy in our own way because we make other people wealthy. We just have poor financial managing skills. We know how to get to the bag, whatever the amount may be. We know how to get to it. It's just when we get it, we act like the shit is gonna burn. I do the same thing. I'm never gonna hold you. I'm no better. I know how to get to that bread, but that shit, okay? So I have to work on my managing skills, like a lot of us do, whether you admit it or not. But they come to our communities and get wealthy. Why would this be a poor community? And we have to know that it's a psychological game that they play with us too. This is not a poor community. We are poor in management. Our skills is certain like that. There's certain things that we are poor in, but money is not one of them. Because how everybody come to our neighborhood and just get rich over it? How you think Chinatown happened? They had to be put in our communities to extract the money to create their own Chinatown. How you think the small hats, they had to be the merchants in our neighborhoods, the furniture stores, all the other stores, they was able to extract it from us and then create their own communities. We are the source. Everybody else we are the host. Everybody else is the parasites. They come to the host for the source, for the energy, for the money, for the resources. So we see that. So why we just can't get on code? Man, listen, man. Anywho, let me just show this shit. I've been here too long and I'm tired. I'm tired of talking right now, be honest. And I can't play this because it's music.
Y'all come with me on this good Saturday morning and let's see how this Asian beauty store, nail store, booty store boycott is going since they dared us, since they said they want to see us not support them, since we need them so much. This is what I saw at the first stop. They standing outside.
So basically, I can't play it when the beat drop. I don't want that copyright. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Yo, do y'all remember that? Is a video of a black dude. He's kind of mentally disturbed, and he got like sticks, like he's some kung fu, and the everybody was kung fu fighting was playing in the background, and mad police was around, and he just did some old dragonfly kick and the dust coming off his shit. Son, that is so funny, son. I need to find that shit. I need to laugh. I hope somebody understand what I'm saying. That shit was funny, son. Woo, I'm glad they ain't shoot him. They knew that nigga was crazy. I gotta find that video. Lord have mercy. I gotta find that video. I gotta find it before this night is out. That shit is funny, fam. But what she's doing is going by some of these Asian beauty supply stores, nails and hair stores and shit like that. And they are pretty much empty. We have to do this all year round. All year round. Listen, man, ladies, you have to make sure that you don't go to these places. Find somebody else that's black, man. Please. Integrity over self-satisfaction. I'm gonna say it again. Integrity over self-satisfaction. And code over everything. And emotions, no emotions, just hit them in their pockets, man. That's it. We have to save our own people by any means, man. That's it, y'all. Pretty much. But some of y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all want to hear y'all want motherfuckers, y'all want to hear somebody shooting, somebody died. That's what y'all want to hear. A lot of us talk that shit, but y'all really don't want to invest in that. Y'all just, some of, I'm not saying all of us, some just talk, son. And y'all think this shit is temporary. Everybody's working against us 24/7. Extracting from our neighborhoods 24/7 every day around. If I had a business in your neighborhood, even though I don't like your people and you spending money in my fucking establishment, I will smile in your face too. But I don't like you and I'm not going to invest in this neighborhood. I'm going to go create my own Chinatown, Asian town, Italian town, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Everybody creating their towns, creating their towns. Yeah, I'm the more I talk, the more I get fucking frustrated. I'm getting out of here.
Hair store here in Houston. And immediately when I get on TikTok, I see a
more I
post
talk, I
of
get
a young
frustrated.
gentleman saying people all over the country are boycotting Asian hair stores and Asian nail salons because of what happened to Cyrus. The most liked comment said, "Why punish other businesses that had nothing to do that?" And my response to that is very simple. Because I can't look at the color of your skin to determine whether you're friend or foe. For years, y'all have looked at the color of our skin and looped us all as criminals, as has-beens. We ain't gonna never be nothing and we are tired. But when we do it to you, it's a problem. But Drea, we're not all like that. And I understand that you're not all like that. But I am not willing to walk into another store or into another business that don't have somebody that look like me to find out that you're not one of the cool ones. What do?
That's right.
We stop going to all of your establishments. We start supporting our own, period. I'm about to start putting together a series of Black Wall Street Zooms that is free, that is for everybody in the Black community that can come and start learning about resources in your area for you to support your own people. And I know that there's an app out there that you can go to. I'm not talking about no app. I'm talking about real conversations, real people that you can connect to in your area.
Let me go to the businesses because I'm not going to leave this live without showing this is fuck him. I'll do this in another video. But shorty right here, Lord have mercy, bro. I don't want to play that music in the background.
All of our clothes, 25% off. Anything you see, 25% off.
Oh, yeah, I can't play that. But salute to her. Where's her where is it? Her Beauty, 5330 St. Claude Avenue in New Orleans. Hold on, there's a couple more. Hold on. This is my bookmarks. Oh, let me go to my my profile. My bad. Let me go to my profile. That's where I got it at. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter. Make sure y'all follow me on TikTok. And let me just show this right here. This is from the movie oh my God, Sunset Park with Fredro starring them. This me, my cousin Scooby. So I was like 14 there. We had a movie scene and shit like that. But that's where that's from. Bullet was shot at the same school with Tupac. But anyway, all right, let's go here.
Brianna's Natural Infusions. I am up here now at Kitchens and Crestwood. Vending is at 1624 Montclair Road. I do have my natural skin and hair care products. If you're wanting to purchase my whipped body butters, I will be up here until 1 p.m. today. I will not have them at Cahaba Blog because because of the temperatures outside. I do not want them to melt. So if you can't come out,
Trying to quit smoking cigarettes, so I don't know if you hear me smoking a damn cigarette.
you can also come out this Friday at my new store location, which is at 1516 Centerpoint Parkway, suite number 103. That is going to be from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. this Friday for my soft opening. But again, today I'm at Beauty Trends and Crestwood, so come on out and get your hair, skincare products.
There's a lot of people with their own businesses, so make sure, like, even if they have it online, 1624 Montclair Road in Birmingham, Alabama. All right. Shorty got her own corner store.
Yo, level, I'm past that. Watch me run that shit up. I can go back tonight.
No, I cannot play that music. In Baltimore, store owner. So people make it seem like we don't have. Come on, man. We can't be that in denial. Make it seem like black people don't have their own businesses when we do. Just because it's not in our immediate area, that doesn't mean it ain't there. There's a foundational Black American corner store in Brooklyn in the Star. I gotta remember. I gotta find that address again and go to that store when I come up there. So you know what I'm saying. So we really have to do it. And everybody get uncomfortable when we start looking to do for self. Come on, man. What does that tell you? This is a all black. I can't. I'm tired of this fucking music. Okay. Females Nail Salon, and this is on Buford Highway in Atlanta, Georgia. This is where I used to live at. I lived on Buford Highway when I first moved to Atlanta in '96. We moved to Buford Highway Apartments. So this is not far from this area. All right. I'm not saying I've been here. No, because we talking 96. But where I was living at is definitely close to this area because Buford Highway runs a long way. So it's a long strip. So I lived on Buford Highway. The Centennial bombing guy, he lived on Buford Highway, like literally almost across the street from where I lived at, right there. And I was there at the Civic Center selling Atlanta Journal-Constitution newspapers when the bombing happened. So I was there for all that shit. So, but anyway, they got all black female nail salon where you get your feet done and all that stuff. Go to your own fucking people if you in Atlanta. Okay, and be so creative. Look at this shit is fire, right?
He has been an entrepreneur since we've been children, and now this is a new. He calls me and pulls up, and I ain't even seen nothing like this. And then it's custom. Man, say, do you want a Coke? Oh my!
I got more than that. Hold on, come look at the other side. Oh, you got another side too? Oh man, now this is nice. I like this one. You can do a lot with this. Oh, look at that little thing.
Wait a minute. Wait. What? What? They gave him 35 fucking years? Damn, I hate my lighting right now. So they gave him 35 fucking years. Hold on. See what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me look on this shit, man. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me see. Hold the fuck up. Jury reach. Wait a minute, man. Hold on, hon. Wait, man. Hold on. Somebody put the link in there for me, please. Fucking upset, man. Hold on, I can't even see the chat, man. Can somebody put the link in there, please? You're not a mod. I'm gonna make you a mod right now, motherfucker. Damn, I gotta do it. Wow. Hold on. Let me hold on, I gotta open another page. Give me 1 second. Fucking pieces of shit. Hold on, I'm about to she got me hot, man. Hold on 1 second, man. See what the fuck I'm saying? Hold on, I'm gonna find you right now, Shakira, and make your my hold on. It's loading up now. See what I'm saying, right? The type of people we are dealing with, it's never going to change. Never. Never. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Why this movie so crazy? All right, hold on. Make them. All right, you a mod. Standard. Okay, love. So you a mod. Please put the link in there. Please do that shit right now, bro. This is what I'm saying. I have no fucking words. I got no words. No words. This is unbelievable. This the type of shit that makes a motherfucker go crazy. You cannot trust these people. They don't trust us. I'm ready to lose my I'm ready to spaz out right now, but I'm gonna keep my composure right now. But we have to understand, you see exactly what we dealing with, the people that we dealing with. I really hate this lighting. And I'm fucking woofing right now, so it's gonna make me look a little bit more crazy right now. So it is what it is, y'all. I don't even care at this moment. But this is what we deal with. These are the people that we are dealing with. Um, um, they have to do an appeal. It has to be an appeal because he wasn't judged by peers. He dealing with Satan's children. Satan's fucking children. We never get a fair chance. Nothing is never fair. And when you look under these videos on these social media sites, just look at the comments. Plain as day, you will see how disturbing and illogical and irrational that these white people are. Illogical beings by nature. I love everybody, but we know as a people what kind of people that we are, and we have Caribbeans, most, I'm not going to say all, most, definitely the majority of Hispanics, each and last one of them, definitely these Africans, they assimilate to white people's rhetoric and the way of thinking and everything. Like the Asian girl just said that we hide behind the white people. So these are the things that we are dealing with. Did you put, all right, there go the link. Hold on. Hold on, why I can't click on it? Oh, I'm bugging. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry. Oh, come on. Here we go. Yeah. All right, it's pulling up now. Hold on. Unbelievable. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Unbelievable, y'all. And I'm glitching. I don't like that. Let me X that out. X that out. X that out. Right. Unbelievable. Yeah, I'm definitely getting off of here after this. If anybody want to jump on the panel, please jump on the panel and give me your thoughts. Just let me know your thoughts. Just let me know your thoughts. Come on. Why is this shit taking long? I wanted them to say it, but jurors have found Karmelo guilty for the stabbing of this bully. Let's get right to the right here. Anthony received 35-year prison sentence. He's faced anywhere from 5 to 99 years. Karmelo Anthony, the teenager who fatally a fellow student during a high school track meet last year, has been to 35 years in prison. Mm. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck, bro? I'm gonna put. I'm gonna have to get off. This don't make sense, y'all. I'll try one more time. I'll put the link in there. If anybody have anything to say, please hit that link. You don't have to go on camera. Let me just put that link in there one more time. If anybody have anything to say, please jump on there. I'm lost for words, but I said this before. I'm not surprised because we have to understand what type of people we dealing with, man. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I see you, Tashi. Salute to you, but I don't see you in the chat, Tashi. Bro, she probably left already. If anybody have any thoughts, I guess not, man. I'm done. I don't have anything to say. But we are dealing with Satan's children. None of us should be surprised. Let me see if there's any live reactions real quick. Let me do that. I am not surprised, but I am hurt right now. Behind that, let me check Facebook real quick because usually it'd be really more on there. All right. Give me a second. This shit make me want to have a drink, but I quit. So I'm chilling. Like I've been good for a week now. So I'm just chilling. Okay. Let me go here. Let me see what this is. Hold on. 1 second. Yeah, I don't like let me get off camera, man. Looking crazy. I'm woofing and all this crazy shit. Hold on. Let me go to this. Let's see what this is. All right.
The same one that was elected sexually harassed white women and had to settle. That's it. Because he's white county, and they protect each other. What the fuck y'all think the Epstein files is? These sick motherfuckers protecting each other. The judges. Figure out who your judges are. Dallas County just elected. I don't care if you black, white, Hispanic. Just elected a black woman who ain't never tried a felony case in her motherfucking life. Guess what's gonna happen? She on a fucking learning curve. So every defendant that comes in her court is at risk because she don't know the fucking law.
So what do we do when we're living in counties where it's just all straight Republicans and no Democrats?
Move.
Thanks. All the surrounding
you can't
counties
do
is
anything because and what they're doing right now, redistricting, right? To take away our representatives so that they can make it harder for the ones that represent us
to
get elected.
And not to just cut her wisdom off. Look at the chat. Just look at the evilness of these fucking Caucasoids. I swear to God, I don't want to. I don't want to say nothing to no white folks at this point. I got neighbors. There's people at the store. I don't want to say shit. Like, just give me my shit. Give me my change. I'm not even saying thank you. Nothing. Where's that comment? Where's that comment? Damn, it's moving too fucking fast. I should have. Look at these mother. You know what? Let me just listen. Look at the chat. Fucking evil bastards.
No, because this where he gonna be in right here. This is the jailhouse. When he head to CDC jail, he gonna go. No, the jail is it's the jail. But all them buses, there might be the family or something in them buses.
I was talking with my lawyer homie. Damn, I can't find my other phone.
What I can have, and the bag.
She got the other one. She ain't got my smash number. Excuse me.
Oh shit! Let me try to call.
Excuse me.
Hold on. I'm gonna try to call.
Damn, I don't know what I did with my other damn phone. Nah, I did. Not my other phone.
You said it was dead.
It might have fell out my pocket.
Oh damn, the shit is dead, so don't make no sense now.
His boyfriend really scratched his face.
There you go. Oh, you got it. I didn't remember giving it.
I just told you, CC's son. You said, no, I got it back.
Damn, I switched phones with you then.
Yeah.
Damn, good job, dog.
He old.
Hey, man, the youngest know I'm old. Stop.
Oh, he young, y'all. He young.
Damn, that's messed up, man.
35?
Who they talking to right there?
I don't know. At this point, I'm go. You want some gum?
Started like that. We need you.
Eric D, thank you for the donation.
Hello?
Appreciate you. And if anybody else want to show some love, please show some love to the platform. Gladly appreciate it in advance. If you choose.
They say you gotta. When I see
you hold this one, I'm live.
Okay.
You keep grabbing it.
I don't call him what y'all call him. I call him Braid. That's Braid.
I'm live.
Yeah, he got this fancy thingy.
And I can't rewind it to their first reaction of they found out the verdict. But this is recent. They just got on a good half an hour ago, so they already know the verdict. I just can't rewind it because they're still live right now.
I just want to say we need judges, doctors, lawyers, open girls on him.
I don't know.
If they make the laws, they can break the laws. If they make the laws, they can change the laws into their favor. So we have to understand the type of people that we are dealing with when it comes to this. Pretty much. We have to understand the type of people that we are dealing with, what kind of system that we are dealing with. We are dealing with a lopsided justice system that always been put against us. They have so many laws to trap us in so many ways. It's like, how much laws do they need to pass and need to make? Because a lot of it, when they make these laws and pass these laws, they have us in mind, but not in a good way. So we have to have our own communities and police it very well. None of that drug shit selling. None of that. Y'all go to wherever y'all left from. Y'all continue that shit over there. But we have to create our own communities, our own systems, man. We are all by ourselves. All. And I'm talking about foundational Black Americans. We don't have no friends in any other community. like that. There are some good ones. I'm not going to say that all of them is like that. Not all. It's just a small handful, family. And it's that deep. It's that serious. We don't have friends. Or you don't see none of these people who is not FBA with melanin fighting against the system, even if they was born here and being American citizens. And definitely the ones that's here illegally won't do that because they don't want to ruffle the feathers to get deported or have their citizenship revoked. So again, we are out here by ourselves forever. Since we are in the existence, these people right here, no emotion, emotionalists, Esau, Satan's children. They're going to protect themselves on all costs. And they, regardless of whatever, these people are happy. You know, this guy right here, that right man right there, when they guess what they go home, what they going to be talking about? The experience watching these niggas squirm. Look at their energy. Look how they mad. Just to suck the energy. This energy is fuel, especially to her over there. This is fuel. They are, it's like going to the sunbathe. All of this just to sunbathe and to scout and have something to talk about. Because they really don't have anything going on. So this is an outing. And when they go home with their little 6-packs of beer, the Jägermeisters and kegs of beer, and their cocaine and meth, weed, crack, oxycodone, perks, Xans, they're going to have a good old time. Good old motherfucking time. Even have a barbecue. And laugh at the pain. Knowing that the justice system has always been against us. They can't wait to go home and talk about this. What you think that conversation with those three is about? You think they care? That's what we face with. That's what we're going to always be faced with until this world blows the fuck up. This is going to always remain the same. So we have to make sure that we come together. Like, we can't save everybody. Everybody ain't going to want to go. But it's all good. Once we got enough, those like minds, everybody else going to come. But when you come, there's some guidelines and restrictions you have to follow. No selling drugs here. None of that shit happens here. We will snitch on you. You will have to go to jail. Not in this community. Not in this community that we building. No drugs are being sold. None. No alcohol on every motherfucking corner. Of course, we're going to drink, have a little party. But we know what we need to do. We're going to police ourselves the right way. But again, we know what type of situation we dealing with. And it's too many examples. It's 2026. It don't need to be 3,036 when we finally decide to wake up. No, we have to act like we are with our back against the wall, like the civil rights days, like back in the days when we were forced to create our own businesses, forced to create our own Negro Leagues and our own businesses and our own Black Wall Streets and so forth and so on. We have to have that mentality that we all we got. We have nothing else left but ourselves. And start building, buying land. There's a lot that build land too. I'm gonna have to do videos on that because there's a lot of us that got land that's doing such. So I'm gonna have to touch on that. Okay? And Be careful of people that looks like that. I want to be in the mix. That's probably cool. Or they only extract the information. Don't trust anything lighter than you. Or lighter than me. Shit. You get what the fuck I'm saying. COINTELPRO, even the motherfuckers with the same melanin. I don't even want to talk no more. I'm tired of talking. I'm pissed off. We dealing with non-human beings that has no emotion, that does not care. You know, so many kids that were saved from human trafficking, and none of these people parade around it. It wasn't on CNN. It wasn't on none of these things. You know how many children right now that's black that's missing already? No, that's happening. What you think they feel? You think they happy? Yes, they are. The more I speak, the more aggravating I'm getting. And I don't want to have a drink because I don't want to drink no more. At least no time soon. Let me see what they're saying real quick, man. I'm never gonna hold you. I'm done. Go to Smash the Topic. Salute to him, man. He been on top of this shit. He always on top of shit. Salute to him. So I don't want to talk no more. I'm tired of dealing with these people, and you know they are tired of dealing with us. Treat people accordingly to how they treat you. Don't ever overlook that these are the people who did the future of these people are going to be put in place to make sure they keep us exactly where they want to keep us. So prayers up, and hope everything goes well with this appeal. Talk to your children, explain to your children. I speak to my son Amari all the time about things such as this, even though his friends, he got black friends, but the area that I raised him and now his mother is raising him in is it's a community full of tiny bit of blacks, mostly Hispanic and white. But there's black people there too, in New Jersey. And he have friends that's us, and some that's not us. But I make sure I let him know everything. I don't hold nothing from him. Just understand you still just the nigga to them. Don't you ever forget that. Hey, been here long enough. I don't have nothing to say. Protect yourself, love. I love y'all. Y'all be real good and be safe. All right? Keep your eyes open, especially ladies, when y'all traveling by yourself and stuff like that. Be easy, be safe. Men, protect our women out there. And protect our children. Everybody kids is your kids. Mine is yours is mine. Protect at all costs. I'm out.